I'm super excited for this episode because this is one where all of our PCs may do really well.
Yay.
It's going to be marvelous. So, I've got a few things that I'm going to cover before we get going. The first one is, as last week, XP! Yay! Our entire group can get themselves some funky XP for how well they did last time that they managed to get themselves accused of murder. That's an experience. They also managed to hopefully find out where they need to go to stop the nasty ritual or whatever the heck is going on with the local bad guys. So, what do you get? 95 XP each. And did anybody get their short-term ambition?
My short-term ambition is to find out about the Ordo Septenarius. Find out what they are.
You have found out what they are publicly known to be. Okay. You have not found out what they are.
Thank you.
So,
mine is to make sure that the temple in the sewers wasn't tainted anymore. It didn't feel tainted when we were there.
Did you do it? I'm going to give you half of it, 25 XP. In that you've discovered it, but you didn't do it yourself. So yeah,
it was make sure it happens, and I did tell them about it.
I'll take it to 30. Okay.
Alrighty.
So before we go, I've got a little thing that we're going to open with, and that's careers, because we've had quite a lot of chat behind the scenes about changing careers. Now, all of you out there who know Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay already will note that we're using careers a little bit differently, and we also have characters who have a lot of experience points. We're already up to about 4k, I think, each.
Yes.
Okay, and I'd like to make a couple of things clear about what that means for our game. 4K experience, as far as I'm concerned, is small fry. This is not a super experienced party. Now, for many of you out there who've maybe been playing for 6 months or a year, you might think, my characters are super powerful. They really aren't. What the issue that you probably have is, if you think that, is that your NPCs are just not good enough. I have a single example of what you should do if you want to try and figure out what your NPCs should be like, and that's pop into Rough Nights and Hard Days. That's the book with a bunch of adventures by Graham Davis. Gnomes are in there as well, if you fancy. And go take a look at Countess Emanuelle von Leibowitz. She's the only character who got a proper write-up in there. She has, for example, attractive 8. She has wealth 25. Okay, now when I say my characters are small fries, they are quite literally small fries in comparison to the greater NPC map that's out there. They're just newbies, they're kids. They're wandering around with their little hammers going, yeah, we're really big, but they're not yet. They're not the big characters in the Empire. These are the glorious heroes.
I'm a big boy with a big hammer.
Take it away from you.
I'm also going to do a small stream discussing the best ways to handle changing careers, but I'm going to drop just a couple of pointers towards that before we go, and that is there should be 3 things in place, as far as I'm concerned, for changing career. Number 1, you should have the trappings. Controversial, given that that's not in the rule book, but it's something that was originally in the rules that we put down and got changed over the course of time through development. But for our game, you need the trappings. Number 2, you need to have an in-game justification for moving to this new career. That can come in a variety of different ways. One way is to have yourself a master come along and say, hello, I think I can now teach you. Another way is, for example, to be run out of town as an outlaw and have to live in the wilds. Good time to become an outlaw. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to get run out of town for murderalizing someone or anything similar. That obviously is never going to happen. But if they did, that would be a good way to move into outlaw. Another way is for have the GM just say, hey, look at what's just occurred. You can now get yourself access to a new career for free. That's a good way of doing it. This has already happened in our stream where we had the Bargee career being offered to everybody for free. It also happens in Rough Nights and Hard Days, for those who know the adventure, and that gives you another really good model because it shows you how you can move from tier 0 to tier 4 in one swift swoop. And lastly, on what we're doing, our careers work a bit differently. We have 5 tiers, not 4. Not only that, first and second tiers are relatively easy to get into. Past that, quite tough because you need your in-game justification for them. And most of the 4th and 5th tier stuff are so super special, it's possible that characters might never reach them during a normal campaign. So that's worth being aware of. They're often the fodder for NPCs because it's top tier stuff. But I think during the course of this campaign, our PCs are going to reach a few of those at least. Another difference that we have is that if you have a talent at all, when you pick it up, you can always increase that at a later date. you don't need to be in the career at hand. So say, for example, you've picked up attractive at one point. At any point, you can just go, I'm going to chase the Countess with her 8 attractives, and I'm going to take a second attractive. And I will say that that's an important part of how our PCs and NPCs are built, because you'll find your average NPC, not that I'm warning you for a potential encounter that may be coming up, but our average NPC will have at least 4 or 5 takes on an average talent if they're experienced. If they have been in the job for a while, more than 5 to 10 years, they're going to have taken the talents multiple times, and they will constantly outclass the PCs who will often have taken them maybe once just to get it. Because they gain that little advantage, and they go, hey, I've got +1 success, yay! When the NPC comes along and goes, I've got +5. Not that I'm saying that's going to happen. Finally, when you're moving careers, in our version of the careers, you don't need to have, at least you don't need to, but you often do, but you don't need to have advances in more than 3 of the attributes that are in each one of the careers. In our version, it's 3 of the attributes that need to be upped, not all of the attributes, meaning that different NPCs and different PCs may build up in different ways. And that's it, at least for just now. We'll probably have a chat in an independent stream about using careers and, having a good chat about the best way to move from career to career, because I think that'll be something that's beneficial to everyone. But I will just add one last detail, because I think it's a really good one that some people miss. When you want to get into the first tier of a new career, and it's something you really want your PC to head towards, one easy way to immediately tell your GM that you want that to happen is to take a short-term ambition and say, I want to find a teacher for X. And that means the GM immediately knows that within the next 1 to 3 sessions, you would really like that to occur. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it should occur, but in the way we do it, I like to build the stories with the PCs. It's all about the stories they want to tell as much as the stories that they're being offered. And if they say they want this to happen, I'm quite happy to throw not necessarily the best teachers, but most certainly teachers in their direction over the course of the next 1, 2, 3 sessions. That came out as a 1, 2, 3. That was a bit weird. Other than that, that's one way of considering your short-term ambitions, and I think it really can make a bit of a difference if you're finding it tough and you're also thinking, I want to move into a different direction for your careers. With all that said, because I was just giving them a little bit of time to contemplate everything before they go, and to also spend their XP if they want to do so before they went. Yeah, I thought that might have been the case. I think it's time for us to head into Episode 7, The Darkest Hour. The sky is full of light. Our PCs have found themselves huddled on the wrong side, or the right side, depending how you look at it, of the Steinhager estate wall. And behind them, the sounds of burning can be heard. They are fire starters. There's shouts, there's calls. I expected at least one person to come out with Twisted Fire Starter. There's shouts, there's calls, there's hollers, but they're mixing in with growls, distant screams, the laughter of a child. Morrslieb is full, and the more it rises over the horizon, the greener the sky becomes. To begin with, there was an almost rainbow, iridescent sheen to everything. The clouds trying to push their way around Morrslieb have almost been pushed back, and all the colour that they once held has slowly but surely diminished as green begins to dominate over everything. And this means something different to each one of the PCs. So let's give a little idea, so you can get an idea of what it's like for Morrslieb to be this horrendous in your game. Elric has quite a different view to everybody else. Elric is a wizard, and he can see the winds of magic rising all around, and they are swirling in eddies. Each one of the winds, to him, appears in a different way. 2 winds in particular he can see clearly. Gyron, a wind that he knows very well. It's flowing down the streets. It's falling from the sky. It's swirling into maelstroms and eddies, and at points, he actually has to wade to move forward. No one else has this issue. It's purely his. Similarly, actually, it's gathering around everyone, and in particular you, and it causes your temper to shorten. You get angrier, you get more angsty, more anxious, and you can feel the jitter. Your hand is shaking, and you have to consciously make effort to stop that from occurring. But that's the good bit. The bad bit is where it all begins to calm, because the winds stop moving and they begin to stagnate. And already there are pockets of darkness that are beginning to go bad. The winds of magic are not just gathering, they're stagnating. And that means for him, Dar. This is not good, and it's significantly worse than it was the previous evening where the winds were just alive. But now they're alive and going wrong as they mix and churn and get heavy and stop. This is quite different to Yumi. Yumi doesn't have any problems with the winds of magic. She doesn't perceive them. It'd be unfair to call her a priestess. It's not like she proselytizes to the masses. She's more of a representative, let's say. She more lives according to the values of. But what she certainly is blessed, and she has holy visions. And the moon sitting above her fills her with an innate terror. As it rises, she has an almost instinctual need to cling to the shadows, to keep out of the light. It causes her face to itch. She can't see her fox anywhere. It is gone. What she can say for certain is that it feels like this has happened before, and you don't know where that feeling's coming from.
Ominous.
You have, again, a completely different feeling, because for you, you're blind. You're not seeing it. You're sensing it. And you're sensing this great rise, and you can feel the clouds that are pushing out across the light, and they cast shadows downwards, pockets of safety, where the light doesn't quite gather. The great shadows over Bögenhafen, slapping down into the city itself. And you can feel almost instinctually, we need to be there, we need to not be here, we need to move, or we need to just stop. Problem is, there are people behind you shouting, murder, murder, murderer, meaning that it might not be so easy to just pick your way through all the shadows that are being cast down by the clouds, which seem like they're desperately trying to push across, but Morrslieb is pushing them back. Again, Gerhard, completely different view. What the fuck? And by that I mean, it makes no empirical sense. This doesn't work according to how the world should work, which means that something is clearly going on. And the problem is, you're not allowed to look into that. And that just strikes you as just utterly wrong. You're not allowed to study this. You're not allowed to. Studying chaos and the overall effects of chaos is wrong because it pollutes one's mind. You've heard the chat thrown in your direction multiple times, perhaps, from this very party. But the shit has now hit the fan, or shall we say, the griffin shit has fallen and hit the gyrocopter and is going everywhere. And you're not prepared. You're literally not prepared. You don't know what to do. How do you stop this? How do you get away from it? Everything's going to be instinctual. You don't know what to do. No one else knows what to do. And it's very clear, very, very clear, that that is probably on purpose. The Dark Gods don't want you studying them. They just don't. And they have agents everywhere. You've already determined this over the course of the last while. And they will be working hard to ensure that nobody looks into what they're doing. So when this happens, when the gyrocopter spinning along has the griffin shit hitting it from above, there are gyrocopters and griffins sitting on this very screen, splats and goes everywhere, no one knows what to do. They don't know if they need an umbrella. They don't know if they just need a quick shower. They just literally don't know what to do. And it's frustrating because you also understand why you can't study it. That doesn't mean you shouldn't. Does it? Birdie has a completely different view. She is not concerned in the slightest. She was, because they were concerned. But this is nothing. This, to her, means nothing to her. But she's very concerned about what it means for what sits below, because this is arguably one of the holiest events that has ever occurred. She can see the great clouds curling like horns. The horned rat is in the sky. And every single last Skaven, not that she knows anything about Skaven, but every single last Skaven right now will be peeking up and going, oh, which means the streets are likely to fill. This is perhaps one of the holiest events that you've ever heard of, as far as they're concerned. They will want to be out in this, bathing in it, perhaps using it, but you also know that it's very likely that they won't be organised. This wasn't planned. And because it wasn't planned, it's most likely they're all going to be competing to see who gets the most out of this. Her fear is if she's going through the streets, there are going to be rat men killing each other in an attempt to get out into this holy light. That might not happen. They might be more controlled under there than she expects. But she's actually worried that there are going to be mutants, rat-faced mutants, wandering the streets. And they will almost certainly be looking to impress something or someone somehow. Particularly that. You can almost see the swirl of clouds around. The great horned rat. But you don't fear the moon itself. After all, you've handled warp tokens. Warp stone that has been rendered inert by runes. You have not only handled warpstone dust, you've licked it.
I have. It's true.
You have taken that hallucinogenic, extreme substance that the seers themselves consumed so they can get closer to the horned rat. And they expected you to mutate. Yet here you are, pristine, not worrying about the moon above. Amenawith has a different view. This is failure. This is actually failure. It's a representation of failure. She knows that she prophesied a long time ago that this would occur, that the shadows over Bögenhafen would spill. And it's happened, which means that the end times are still on track. Ranadandra is coming. The gods will walk the world. It has not been resolved. Everything's gone wrong. And you only had one clue as to where this was going to occur. Just one. Where he was. Turns out you were right. Where he happened to be is where it has occurred. And it has come to pass. Which means this one's already failed. Regardless of what you do, this has already failed. The next one is Mor, standing across the river, resplendent in robes of green. Can you avoid that? Whatever happens, it will probably be close to him. But will it anymore? Because you can no longer see. No one can see what's happening because you're here. Can you make a change? We'll find out! So, you've all got your individual views as to what this green hellscape means. It is now time for you to decide what you're going to do next. We are on the other side of the Steinhager walls. We have ourselves a pretty big clue as to where you potentially should be going. You may not remember, you may remember that if anyone wishes to bring that one back.
It was Birdie that found it with Elemental, was it?
Yes. Yeah, it was written in blood on the floor by Herr Steinhager.
Yep.
And it is warehouse
7?
13 or 17.
Or-
As everyone comes over the wall,
Yeah.
like Elemental will be saying, we saw writing, warehouse 13 or 17, we're not sure which. But Steinhager wrote to us with his dying breath.
Right. Let's get there then.
As fast as we can.
You're currently in the Adel Ring, or at least the other side of the Adel Ring. It's quite some walk to get all the way down to the docks that sit on the River Bögen, where presumably warehouse 13 or 17 to one of the households, you can choose which, deserves a visit. We also have, obviously, the light to contend with, and the fact that you're all huddled in from inside a wall, the nook of it, shall we say, the shadow of it, ensures that you're not in the worst of that light that some of you perhaps are more concerned about than others. And the winds are going live. In front of you, it feels like there's an actual river flowing down this particular road, full of Gyron, and you can see spirits already beginning to be swept away. Spirits are a neat way of saying some sort of etheric entity. It's just being swept away. You can't quite see it. Spites or some equivalent. It's just movements and shifts. You know that there is in there some form of lower magic test.
Yeah, success.
Rare for Elric. Well done.
Yeah.
The moon. You are reminded not of your time in the Bright College. It's fair to say that a lot of what you learned in the Bright College was military based. You're reminded of sitting back in the forests and listening to your old mistress, whom we shan't name in front of you all. And she was explaining spiritual details about how the world is far more than can be perceived. You're young at this point. And she says that these things can't be seen unless you are somehow attached to it, you are somehow part of it, or it's in a place of deep spiritual resonance. And there are places that are awash with Gyron, and spirits can be seen all the time. This place is not that. There is something causing it, and it's clearly the moon. And he comes to a conclusion that is perhaps controversial. That's no moon. That is a representation of what's happening. It's almost like it's being viewed through a massive magnifying glass. And reality itself is shifting here. Yeah, take that as you will. So it's not so much that the moon is huge and you can catch every crater, every detail, that skull face, that rather rat-like looking face, that big skull leering face sitting above you. It's not that. That it's probably still relatively small. If you were sitting outside Bögenhafen, it's almost as if Bögenhafen itself has become a giant lens. Cheers.
He wouldn't really know how to verbalize any of that. But basically, Elric is, we just need to go. If we know where we're going, let's just go. We can't wait around. You hear those people behind us?
Fast as we can.
Yeah.
I think I can see bits where the corruption's not so bad, so I'll lead.
Right.
Okay.
I do love the blind man leading.
It feels symbolic.
It really does, doesn't it?
I will help you further because she's quick. So if you trip, she's more likely to catch you. So she'll go alongside and.
Yeah.
Or
Although
he'll trip and she'll be like, oh, see, end times. This was a prophecy too.
Although weirdly, the observant amongst you will notice that Leopold is significantly more agile now than he was before he lost his sight. He's better at dodging things. So.
Is there anybody still bleeding egregiously?
Let's provide a different answer. Murderers!
Right.
Scrabble, scrabble, scrabble.
Yeah,
Thump, thump, thump.
Right.
Burning
No,
from
no,
behind
just-
you.
We should run right now. Let's go. Where are we going?
We've
Perception
gone
test. Right. Let's find out where we're going. Can I have in fact, I'm going to roll this one. What's your perception?
62.
Do you want to spend a fortune point?
Should I spend a fortune
You
point?
should.
Yes. Yes. I would like to spend a
I'm
fortune point.
happy to re-roll it. Now, I will say sometimes I don't give the option and just say they're screwed because I'm mean. But not today. It was fine until agility test. In fact, dodge test for you.
Oh, that's great. No.
It was fine. You're going forward. Alamena-wise helping you. You're moving over towards the other side. You stop for a moment. You go down a bit of a hill, and then he trips, falls flat on his side, and then moves some 6 feet as if he's being dragged by an unseen force. Can I have an endurance test, please, to hold your breath as Gyron floods your lungs?
I will fortune point that.
give Alan Minaway to try and.
Then you can run back and try and pull him free.
Oh, it's an 88.
An 88 as you drown in magic. That's not good. That's not good.
I think it will be okay.
For those of you out there who don't know by now, the number 8 is never a good sign in magically saturated surroundings. Number 8's a really bad sign. Double 8s. An actual fumble on 88 is really bad. Now, you could take a Another reroll.
Do it.
Considering the first roll was 81, has to be better taking a corruption. Yes! 4 successes.
He does something that is perhaps not advised. He's beginning to drown. He can feel it, the gyron flooding through his lungs. And a spirit goes into his face. He doesn't bite hard on it at all.
Just a little woman.
And you hear it. You may. A squeal.
Oh no.
A horrible squeal. Did you pass the test?
Yeah, 4 successes.
Superb. Sorry, I missed that part. As you feel the gyron pushing free from you, and you can struggle to your feet with Alaminoweth's help, I presume. And you hear the spirit dying. So you can survive. Take a corruption point.
Yeah, it's the way of the wild. And there's plenty of spirits, you can see them all. Can you see them?
The answer is no.
No.
But you did hear that one.
But I can still tell what you did. That's horrible. Anyway.
Its corpse floats down the gyro and starts to form as the first of the demons begins to become real. Not that you spot that. So,
Stop looking at me.
Father, time to continue leading
Yep,
the party through.
will skip back to Liverpool.
I'm going to do a quick roll to see how well those guards are doing. Wow! They're doing badly.
Nice.
There is somewhat of a Keystone Cops routine going on as they attempt to make their way over the wall. One of them literally falls down, hurts his back. Oh, bloody hell. As another one tries to clamber up, other one's on other shoulders. Someone reaches the top and sees you disappearing down the street. Murderers! But they do not make their way over. So you've got yourself a little bit of a head start as you make your way down. I presume you're attempting to move at a fair clip.
Yes.
Yep.
And much, much better on your second perception test. I'll let you do the next one. In fact, you did that one so well. As you make your way down and into a side alley, pause there for about a heartbreakingly long 30 seconds before a large shadow drifts. A shadow that no one else can see. For him, he can feel the shadows that are being cast by the clouds. It's too diffuse for anyone else to catch, but the taint there is much weaker. As you make your way back down the straight again, please.
It's not my fault.
You decide to take a left rather than taking the direct route, and then you can do another test.
Perception, yeah?
Yes.
Do I have advantage on it because the last one?
You absolutely do not.
Even though the last one
Not
passed?
combat. It's not combat test. So, yeah, and
like
you are as stressed as you can get.
Might fortune point that then. It's a pass.
Yeah, that'll do. The pass is all that's required. As you all creep along, head down that way, turn another left, and you can hear the distant churn of the river. And at that point, the first actual demon appears. All because of that corpse. Not that you know. It's not a big one. It comes out of the ground and looks up at the moon. And its arm gets bigger. As an eye pops out from there. And a mouth pops out from its wrist. And it begins to form a face around that arm. And a new body and arms start plucking out from there. A cat yowls, screeches. It leaps for it. Meanwhile, you're making your way down. A watch patrol passes in front of you. Time for a huddle and get away from the side, or you can try and brazen it. What are you doing, Father? You're at the front. You're going to be the one that makes the first choice.
Well, how shielded are we right now from the...
You're relatively shielded. You feel not too bad. I'm not throwing corruption rolls at you.
And is the watch patrol like going with intent, or do they just look like they're patrolling?
They look like they're patrolling. For them, it's just another green, horrific night, but
Yeah, I
not
guess
something
we
that's
just keep
terrible.
going.
Just like, yeah.
So
Everybody
the chances
casual.
of them knowing that you are, interestingly, murderers relatively high.
Oh shit. Oh, they've been informed.
But let's find out whether this particular patrol is one of the ones that have been informed. There is a 50-50 chance. And I'm just going to roll it. I'm going to almost roll that on the floor. Try again. 51, just out. Good roll. 51. Oh, that's
Maybe they've been
pretty
told,
awesome.
but they're like, no, not these guys.
He's blind. He couldn't kill anyone.
Yeah, he's blind. He couldn't kill anyone. And look,
One of them tips his bonnet in your direction, his feather catching the green light as you make your way past. You can feel the taint off one of them. One of them is already growing something in its back. It doesn't, you think, even know it. It's hard to call it anything other than it now. But there's definitely an itch back there that it's clearly ignoring. The demon finds the cat and begins to feast. It then hears the sounds of people. It's a pub. It's a good place for people to gather out of the lovely light. It doesn't know what a pub is, but it knows that it likes the sounds of life. And it hops over and slithers up to the window and spreads itself across it as a face gnaws and doesn't get through. Claws start popping out of it and doesn't get through. On the inside, no one pays any attention. There's no way to see on the outside. That glass is thick. Thick enough, interestingly, to keep out a demon at the moment.
excellent. Long may that continue.
The patrol passes by. The sounds of screams begin in the distance. And again, those low-throated growls. Those with holy visions hear that quite loudly. And I want another dodge test from yourself. And one from you too, please.
Yeah, that's no.
How badly did you fail?
6 failure.
Okay, well, that's pretty bad. I'm actually going to roll a die. Well, yeah, you just get knocked from your feet, you're prone. How about yourself?
2 failures.
Oh, wow. The pair of them getting knocked over by the winds. You don't even see this coming. It's not a wind that you yourself can channel. As you're buffeted and blown and just thrown down a side alley. The father looking back and seeing her just getting almost sucked down an alley. That doesn't necessarily come out. Take that as you will.
Mr. Keyword, it's fine. It's completely fine.
100% fine. As she goes, and you go toppling off your feet again and roll once. And find yourself prostrate on the ground. This sucks. You're down a dark alley and you can feel an invisible wind pushing. Your hair is flapping like mad.
Just grab on the alley and try and pull herself.
That's an interesting sight.
Can we?
You can
we-
help.
Can you
Yeah,
actually try?
yeah, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're on the back of the crow as well, aren't you? So
Yeah, you're at the back.
yeah.
So
okay.
Birdie will try and pick
Yeah.
you up.
All right. Adam, in worry, there's
Leopold will. Yeah.
The resistance is unexpectedly and oddly strong. Do yourself a strength test, please.
Oh, I'm not great at that.
Can we try and help?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Anyone else who wants to help, roll a test as well, please, because it'll you potentially give extra successes. Whoever rolls highest is the core success we use. No one rolled highest. One success there. Come on, Alan, we can pull you out. It is indeed an extended test. It requires 3 successes in total, so that's 1 round spent here.
I've gone
Is
to
it just-
help Elric.
He's really easy to pick up. They're the ones having trouble with Alamanowith. Alamanowith, you can also do a strength test as well to try and pull yourself out of the grip of the wind that's coming out of this
No.
particular. No. Fail.
I actually think Elric's the strongest in the group.
Now, since this is an extended test, do I get advantage for passing the last one?
No advantage in this one.
I'm gonna fortune point roll again.
Well, that's -1, so does that mean back to 0?
No. It doesn't do anything.
4 successes.
4 successes. Superb. So that's 4. Did anyone else pass? That's it. That's all that's required as you pull her out of it and you can feel it tugging, trying to yank you back in again.
Thank you, Birdie. Father.
The demon slithers up to the top window and pushes its way into the top level. It finds a child.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Meanwhile, Whatever.
Not my fault.
Totally your fault.
He's responsible for his own actions.
Yeah, it's true.
Demons are people too.
Both demon and child.
Yeah.
Child lying upstairs in a crib. How dare it?
The window open.
Yeah, totally. Should have crawled out ages ago. Stupid child. Meanwhile, you make your way down further, and you won't spot this. You will feel it first. Can I have a perception test from you? And for everyone else, can I have a perception test, but you can reverse successes.
Success.
Good, you've got it. And if anyone else gets it, no. So you caught it as well. You caught it by the smell on the wind.
No, it's a failure if it's reversed.
Okay, then it's a fail. You're the only one that caught it. A massive upswelling of actually off in the distance. An enormous one, almost an inferno level event. As it's swirling up over to the front and to the right of where you are at the moment.
Having been to the warehouse district, is it in that direction?
It's in the direction.
Yeah.
You're not sure how
Yeah,
far
yeah.
away
Can't
it is.
pinpoint
It's
exactly.
nothing more than this great glowing swathe of actually the red wind of magic, fire magic in the distance. And it's at that point the father hears fire, fire, fire.
There's a fire up ahead.
And there's
mean-
a massive amount of the winds there.
All right, but let's deal with one problem at a time. Like, don't worry about the
Yes,
fire.
but
We
I
should
just
just
think
run.
it's where
Up
we're
ahead,
going.
around about
Oh,
30 yards
what?
away, runs Gerhardt.
What?
Gerhardt, 30 yards away, runs past, wearing Gerhardt's clothes with Gerhardt's face, looks at you and says, "Bad move, Lieberung," and runs off and dives down a back alley.
It is.
Fire! Fire!
It's wearing your face and causing havoc.
Oh, well, no, that is absolutely out of order. Absolutely not.
On
Right,
that,
Cover your face.
Cover your face.
I did buy a cloak. I bought a cloak for this very reason. Cloak, hood up.
it is, however, the exact same cloak that he was wearing.
Shit.
I have a scarf. I have
give
a
me
spare
something.
scarf.
Oh yeah. Oh, this was your present scarf. Do you
No,
want this
you're
one?
not getting that one.
Okay,
Foot down.
Yeah, she's kept that one. She's got some spare sort of grey
Crap
scarves.
scarves.
Yeah,
right.
The first pursuer comes round. Chances of identifying you amongst this lot as the culprit are relatively low. You can have yourself a stealth test to try and hide behind the big
Can
We
Can
will get
we-
advantage
Similar.
by going, it went that way!
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's going to make it more.
Sounds good.
Because it's true.
Stealth test from you, please.
0 successes, but success.
I have myself 0. Did you say? I've got one
Yeah.
fail. So yeah, because
Nice.
I'm reversing. So as that one goes running off that way, who went that way? As another 2 go past, then Watchmen go past after that.
Quick question: Did Doppelganger have a scar as well?
Yes.
Ah, balls. Okay,
Perception test from you, please, Birdie.
Yourself another scarf?
good idea.
He had one.
0 successes.
What you feared is coming to pass. As they're all pointing that way and you're sitting behind, he's sort of pulled behind where you are, you hear it from down below and to the side. Noises that the rest of them are ignoring because there's just so many background noises. The hisses, the growls, the fires, the "Get him!" His name's Lieberung! Oh dear.
I have a bit of pay with this as it's not me. So it's okay.
100% fine. And you hear from that particular sewer gentry the scrapings, the hissings, the chitterings of rats.
A lot of
They're rising.
we need to get moving.
There is, however, across in front of you, a swathe of would-be Gerhardt killers. What's your plan?
I mean, it's how many of them?
It turns out there's at least 20, 30 so far. How long are we waiting?
Well, I'm hoping with the fact that walls aren't such an issue, I get a vague idea of how big the crowd is. With my hearing as well and everything.
It appears everyone that was inside that entire hostelry has come out and they're chasing. Almost maddened. Hundreds.
Let's just try and go through.
Hundreds.
Yes.
You can see them.
barrel
Hundreds.
rolls.
And they're maddened. They actually
like
around
we'll
them.
just
Is
get
there
lost.
a way around them?
Yeah.
It's the actually that's
We're
doing it.
gonna-
They are now frenzied. They will kill anything they get their hands on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the
And,
way
and
around
you
them.
can see it.
Is there
There is no obvious way around them.
We're gonna Imhotep it.
Emo.
We're just gonna go through screaming like we're also frenzied and go out the other side.
Somebody hold this. I'll take the jacket off. All right. Who wants to look at... no. Oh, terrible. Throw it on the floor.
It is the weekly Gerhardt gets upset over ruined clothes scene.
All right, we should go. They're still chasing, I assume.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Gerhardt, like wide-eyed. This is this is a lot. This is a big day.
I feel like Garrett would just be like surrounded.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Makes sense.
We'll bustle him
Can
through.
Leopold intone a little blessing of protection?
Yeah,
for-
absolutely. Give that one a go.
What could
Tell me the
possibly
number
go
rolled,
wrong?
please.
Sorry?
Tell me the number rolled, please.
37.
37. Fails.
Shit.
Ooh.
There's no obvious reason why it should. It just doesn't work.
I mean, I don't know the extent to which I know that with blessings rather than
I think it's fair. You probably don't.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
So you've got...
You'll be fine.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Well, the way he does is he says a little prayer. Sigma, watch over and protect you. He says it all the time. He does that kind of stuff
true.
all the time.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
always
it's
mechanically
no different,
empowered.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
100% fine. So we're now we're advancing on the crowd that is making its way that way. The closer you get, the hotter the actually goes as your runes start to flick up.
We
And
might-
everybody
hang
do
on.
a cool
Yeah, I
test,
was gonna
please.
say-
Well, we're gonna get caught up in it, literally, aren't we?
Would Elric have advantage on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
He doesn't need
You
it.
quit it.
But also... Yes.
Yeah, woo! Nice. Which means you don't need to worry about this entire situation in terms of cool again.
Good.
Elric's done pretty well.
I love it when you open with that.
Alaminowite's also done pretty well. 5 successes. She's going to look at Elric and say, I think we'll get caught up in it. I think we need another way.
Do you think Elric, if he sees that actuator swirling around the party, could draw it into himself to try and
Channeling,
avoid?
Yeah,
it
that's
affecting
what
them, to
channeling's
try and
for.
take it in?
Yeah, you can bring it in and vent it. How did everyone else do, by the way?
Yeah, 8 successes.
So we're all fine. So you got how many?
8 successes.
Wow! It's like we're all playing, tennis or golf.
Well done. Very well done.
Top takes out his license. Yeah, first.
From his elaborately designed scroll case.
Struggles with the latch. He's like,
So are we going to try and press through this crowd? Or are
There's
you...
only one way that we can really go. I can try and keep you safe.
Yep.
Just keep your
Can
head.
we see another way? That we could go round the back
it's a city. You can go back up, down other streets. It's clearly dangerous, and they are clearly frenzied. They might just attack you for simply going in their path.
Regardless of if it's
They
dangerous or not.
currently have a target, and that target is him.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
think-
not
I
him,
think we
it's
should-
other him.
I think we should go back
Yeah,
up and round.
yeah,
No,
we'll find
no. We have a responsibility, a large responsibility
Yes.
to get that
No,
closed off.
we will go another way.
I don't.
We need to get away from
Okay.
here right now. You have to trust me on this.
Scrape,
Right, okay.
scrape,
Come on.
as
Literally.
sewer cover
Come on.
pushes aside,
I try.
and the first rats come out.
I'm gonna be at the back of the party, urging forward, whatever direction.
Meanwhile,
decides.
When you say
Absolutely starving, a demon makes its way to the next room. It pushes its way through the wall, leaving the wall crooked and broken with screaming faces on it. Arrives on the other side and finds a family. They scream.
good, okay, right, they're doing stuff. I mean, come on.
Screaming.
Don't just-
Meanwhile,
they're
number
screaming.
2, down in that sewer, a Skaven face looks up and sees the horned rat and immediately prostrates itself down at the bottom as rats begin to push its way up. You know what's going on down there. You know it's probably going to be a good bit of time before they actually come out or indeed have the will, because that could be a sign of anything that comes out gets smited. It might be.
Could
And
go either way.
the musk of fear has almost certainly been squirted down there by some.
Yeah.
But time might not be on your side. All it requires is one brave one.
Yeah. I'm hustling casually.
Hustling back. Can we all have ourselves an endurance test, please?
Could Elric skip the endurance because he's got tenacious, so he's already passed an endurance test?
It's for a different thing. And yes, resistance chaos would help. 4, perfect.
Yeah, success.
Yep. Everyone's doing quite well here.
5 successes. I had to
Superb.
spend your fortune.
I had fortune pointed as well.
Did you fail?
Yes,
Are you re-rolling?
I've already done it. 5 fails.
This is going so bad.
We've not even gotten to the bad bit.
I know.
Corruption point.
Oh,
Andy,
no.
I just moved my limit up. Okay.
Oh, that's good though.
That's yeah. I know.
Are you on the limit or over it?
I've just gone over it.
You've
now
just gone
because of
over
that,
it.
because of that.
When you go over the limit, can I please have myself?
Shit.
This one's going to be endurance.
Endurance. Good. The same thing. It's 2% amount. Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
Could he spend a fortune point to get +1 success level on that?
It's only
Plus one
pass,
success.
isn't it?
To turn it to a pass.
To turn it
That's
to a
only if it's
pass.
past, though,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That I can
Spend a
do
fortune
the
point.
plus one?
Yep.
Fine,
Cool
I'll
with
do that then, please. Yes, please.
Done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fortune
that was
points.
it.
Talent
Oh,
will
wait a
get
minute.
if you pass it.
Have you already re-rolled it with a fortune point?
Not this one.
No, not this one. This one
Yep,
is fine.
then we're cool.
Cool.
Yeah, it wasn't re-roll. We're cool. Just making sure. Good. Good. You're making your way back up. You're at another T-junction. You're off the direction you want to go. You've got a left or right choice.
I mean, whichever way feels closest.
It's 6.5 dozen, so it's your choice. It's pretty
down
warm in
left.
here.
Well, it went out right.
So you're going right.
Yeah.
You head on off down that direction. Can we please have a dice of doom from everybody, please? We use a dice of doom mechanic, which is just randomised whether something bad occurs, and if any 8s come up, an 8?
No, I was sure I was going to roll an 8 though.
If any 8s come up, things bad occur. Multiple 8s, things very bad occur. But there's also the possibility of other things depending on what they roll. What have you all rolled? 5, 2, 3,
9.
9,
3.
3, 2
6.
threes, 6. Okay, so we do have a small encounter because we've got ourselves a double, but it is a minor one. Sitting on the end of this particular street are a set of guards who have just stopped. And they're chatting amongst themselves, taking shade underneath one of the upper levels of a building. And they are gathered underneath it. They are directly in front of you, though. They may be after you, they may not. On that are Keystone Cops. I'm going to roll. I actually fumbled.
Excellent.
Good news, everyone.
They are actually the worst. Not a single one of them has managed to get over the wall yet, but they have tried lots of different ways. In fact, I'm going to do an endurance test for them as well. 96. Oh, they're going to corrupt as well.
Oh, good.
Oh, I'm loving
The
this.
smoke,
One
the smoke
was
and the
already-
fire won't be helping either.
The frustration is really upsetting them back there. And yeah, something's occurring.
One was already a mutant anyway, wasn't he?
One was already along
Third
that
arm
path.
or
Yes,
something.
exactly. So, what are we doing?
I guess we're styling it out again, and hoping for the best.
Yeah, casual and hope.
Yeah.
If things come to a head, I can talk our way out of this.
Let's see if they're actually after you. And again, 50-50.
Or have fireworks.
85, they are not after you, so you're fine so far.
Evening, officer.
You know you really should be off the streets.
We're just
You can
hurrying home.
smell the fire. They clearly are ignoring it. Best soldiers ever. They're taking shade. You should be off the streets. Not a good time, Father. I understand. Are you out doing, Sigma's work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not breaking stride.
yeah. Passing by, him on the other side.
Really urgent
Just in
work.
case. Really urgent.
Really
Oh,
urgent.
you can turn right here, which will hopefully start heading you back in the right direction again. No, of course. Turn right again, and there's the milling crowds.
Oh.
I told you we should have gone left. I told you.
They were going that.
There is
they were
a
going
very
to-
small
no,
chance
at the
they'll
T
spot
junction.
you at the end of this particular
the
street,
guards.
but it is small. I'm going to reverse any successes on this one, which means I failed.
Okay.
But there are quite a lot of folk, but they've gone past the point of being a charging mob into an almost mindless one, just prowling around looking. They've got something that they need to get, and they're filled with a desire to get it, and it's you. They're angry, they're growling, they're almost zombie-esque. Just normal citizens.
Yeah, Okay, Gerhardt visibly sweating through the scarf that's currently wrapping his face. Really, we should move. It doesn't matter where we're going. Let's just get out. Well, it does matter. We obviously have to make it in the right direction. But should we just keep walking?
You might try and do a little prayer and hope she rolls high enough to help.
What prayer are you doing?
I am going to do You Ain't Seen Me, right? And 100. I will re-roll that.
Good call.
Gerhardt lights up like a
When
Christmas
you
tree.
think
We
you've
haven't even-
succeeded and everyone's just staring at you, mate, just like...
Field,
Yeah, Bill.
you whisper a prayer as Ranald, as the dark gods flooded the world,
We're in a forest.
danced into the places in between. Sadly, you haven't. But that doesn't mean you know it. Where are you going?
No, I was hoping I was gonna roll high enough that I could make this idiot also disappear.
Oh, you might think that.
I mean, I know, Ella and I thought, say, look, we can't, is there another way around, or should we just try and pretend that we are them and go through like we...
Pretend what? They're monsters now. It's not. It's quite likely they'll attack almost anything that passes them.
How wide is the street that they're milling about in?
As in the width of it.
Yeah.
It's relative. It's like about not more than about 12 feet, about 18 feet wide. It's quite short.
And how much are the overhangs of the buildings? I'm essentially wondering what would be the gap if we made it to the roofs.
And
jump
they're
over
almost
overhangs.
touching at the top. Yeah.
We could go for the roofs. Try that.
Or even if I'm not the best at climbing anything, but at least
but desperate times, my lord.
no, I agree. But at least we could spy a route if required. So we send up Al. I assume you're the best. Sorry, Anna and wife. I assume you're the best at doing this stuff. So you could spy a route, maybe.
Do you want
Going
to
up?
boost up?
This is hard. Do you have skills to your
Steps
surface?
No.
Reverse successes. Fumble.
Up you go.
Are you using your only reroll? I mean, what a shame.
Just a fail.
The dark gods laugh. You try, and there's just not handholds to get up there. It doesn't look good. She doesn't get much more than about, whatever it takes for your height. Plus her standing on it going, there's just nothing to
There's
really...
nothing,
It's
no.
too much of an overhang for
We
her to
need to
get
find
over.
another way.
From the rear, Elric will grudgingly say, you know, this could hurt people, but I could maybe blind them so we can just run through, but we'd have to be quick.
Yeah.
We don't have much space, so we'll kick off a riot, but they
How
won't
likely
see
is
us.
it that we would hurt people?
Well, I don't know if I've done this before with yous, but I can basically just pour smoke so they can't see a thing.
Oh, right. And would we be able to see a thing?
Well,
No.
I would.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
probably could as well.
Yeah.
But
And what about just throwing something?
No, you couldn't.
Throwing
unless you've
something
got,
in-
something that allows you to.
cast
Throwing
another
something to
spell
make a
once
big
it's live,
noise
yeah.
and distract them?
Yeah, I
Some
mean,
kind of diversion, ideally.
would they? Is there maybe if there's like a place they could head towards? I don't know.
What are you looking for?
Essentially, if I were to throw a firework in a direction, we could
That might do
go
something.
The other way,
Yeah, they might get attracted to that sound. Seeing what
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
what I was saying. Like,
Yeah.
make a noise.
Find a place where I can see down an alley or something.
Well, you can see right down from where you are currently. You're
Yeah,
sitting
but we
at
don't. She doesn't want to throw fireworks into a crowd.
Yeah.
She wants to throw over a crowd down a side
Like if
alley or
this is
something.
the street they're going down, the parallel one that's going in the same direction, that kind of thing.
That would involve you having to leave where they currently are.
Why don't we do both? So Elric, you lay down a smoke screen. Sounds like a fantastic idea. You can guide us through. We do the sort of hand on shoulder thing like we did with the boxes. And then halfway through that, you could. How do they work?
Oh, let's just find another way
It's
around.
just a firework.
I've never seen them.
My plan is really more of a last resort kind of thing because I don't know.
This is last resort moment, surely.
Once I try and cast something, I don't know what's going to happen.
What about just
do you
breaking
mean?
into this building and getting
This
out the
isn't
other
that
side of
was
it?
gonna be my
environment,
suggestion.
Let's just do. What about just breaking through this building, getting out the other side?
Well, there was still one more path that we've not tried.
Is there?
No, there's more than one. I mean,
Well, let's do
there's-
another one.
there's-
Let's
I mean,
just quickly
it's a
go.
network of city streets. You could just go all the way around the fire, down round another part. It'll just take probably an hour. It's just a big, long wander about.
This is my point. So we have to push through. Either we have risk for a larger risk.
Dong!
When does
Dong!
the Schaffenfest officially end?
Dong! Dong! Dong!
Could it be now?
Dong! Dong!
That's
Right.
8.
8 bells.
And they said at the 12th bell.
Yes.
So we've got
4
We should go round. Let's go round. Right, we're going round. The bells have determined it for us.
Scenic route.
At least we've got 4 hours. No, I
First.
understand what it means.
First, Dice of Doom.
Oh no.
2.
6.
6.
Anyone who's rolled an 8 can use a fortune point if they wish to change it by 1.
Yeah.
Right, I will use a fortune point.
Good.
No, you
No,
just
you
change
just change
it
it
by
by 1.
Change it by one.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay,
can
because
keep
you rolled an 8 again.
I really wish I hadn't said that. But yeah, once you change it by 1,
Change it to
we're
a
fine.
9.
That's our first 15 minutes, and the streets are largely clear. There is the frenzied mob that have been completely taken over by Actually. Some of them, however, are now being taken over by Gyron. You do not want to know what's going on down there. Bum shika whack wow, as it all goes a little bit wrong over in that part of town. Next 15
Very
minutes. let's-
judgy, Andy.
I
Pardon?
know, right?
Very judgmental.
Might go a little bit right over that corner.
Well, the mood strikes.
Yeah, because, that's what goes right when chaos is rising. 100% good.
Well, if you're going to go, that's probably the best way to go.
I'm not saying it's going well. It's not nice.
Oh, is this Lucas and the Beastmen kind of...
Let's just not even think about that.
Where
Dice
is
of Doom.
Lucas?
We sent him.
Send him out of town.
Out of town.
Oh, yeah, we
He's-
did,
Yeah, totally.
He's out
Dice
there
of
with
Doom
the
for
lamb.
everyone, please, for the second 15 minutes.
10.
10?
9.
9.
3.
3. 1.
9.
9. Yeah. So a double 9, I'm going to roll on that one. No, we're clear for the second because we're going through a part of town that's largely empty. Next 15 minutes, and we're now curving around and making our way back down towards the docks area.
1. That'll be an
2.
8.
What's your point?
No.
Dude!
Please do a fortune.
No.
No, he's keeping his fortune point.
Yeah.
I think we need them. I need them.
We might die before we get there.
Here
That's a
comes
risk I'm willing
the
to take.
watch. Do 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 do. Here comes the watch. Or the demon. One or the other. I'm going to dice off to see which.
Can I ask a question?
Of course you can.
What is the mechanical function of fatigue in our current rule set?
We're currently seeing a -10 on all active tests.
For how long?
Until you sleep.
Right. Okay.
Are you telling me?
Let's stop. Yeah. It's the demon.
Oh.
Doesn't think we're murderers.
It had crawled through this family, come out the other side, gone up onto the roofs, and leapt again. And it sees all of you scurrying along. It follows you for a good 10 minutes before it eventually decides that now is the time. And it drops down on, let's sort of see what sort of marching order. Let's just drop that into the centre just so I can see where you all are.
6 cents. Ping that at all?
The Sixth Sense will ping. No, it's constantly on just now because of Morrslieb, sadly. Eye for Trouble, Nose for Trouble won't do anything either, but it will allow you to avoid an ambush if you have Nose for Trouble only.
Yes.
Anyone have Nose for Trouble? Excellent.
Do I get a chance for maybe having heard it coming?
Quite noisy
Yeah,
about it.
actually, I think that's fair, but it's going to be a perception test.
And
No,
acute sense sight. I might catch
no,
it.
you won't catch it with that acute sense.
I've got
I'm gonna
Nose for
move over
Trouble
here where I
anyway.
can, see you.
Where is?
He's off with Lucas.
Okay.
So let's bring you all in. He was in the middle.
Lucas the lamb and the dog.
Right. Where are you,
Possibly
Father?
go
There
wrong.
you are,
I'm
Father.
at the front. I'm at the front.
Yep, at the front. He's in the middle.
Elric was more the rear.
And Alex more
Yeah, we
And
were basically in,
Elemenowith's next to Leopold.
yeah, we were basically in the right
We
order
were in the
before
right
you moved
order
us,
and you
Andy.
turned us
Yeah,
round.
yeah. I wanted to turn around.
Turns
to
out
No,
our
no,
perspective.
Elemenowith's
this
near
is the front.
right at Leopold, with Leopold.
Alamanowite.
She's
no,
green.
That's
Bernie.
She's
Bernie.
green.
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Thank you.
There we go. Are we good?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Birdie
yeah,
will
it's
bring up the
it's
rear.
hunting Elric because he's at the back, and it will drop down.
But I
But
would
he
have
has
seen
no
it coming.
Nose for
trouble.
trouble. Do yourself a perception test. Did you pass it?
Or I didn't do the
Yeah,
test
it's a
yet.
perception test for nose for
Can
trouble.
you
To
say I
ping.
get a perception test as well?
No,
for
fail.
yes, totally. So yes,
Language battling,
ambushed on
watch the
you.
fuck out.
Do I get nose
I
for
passed.
trouble
So
too?
you pass. That means you can react
Language
this
battle,
round.
can I tell him?
Ooh.
Yes. Do yourself a language battle test, please.
Oh.
And do I get? Do I
This is
get,
where you wish you
do
had.
I get nose for trouble too to spot it coming?
Yes!
Which means you can bark out at ambush! Okay, as you can twist round and see claws, 4 maws lashing out, filled with almost transparent, whispering faces that form into teeth as it gets closer. One arm is coming out from behind and has long, spindly fingers which end in mighty suckers, each of which have fire drifting out of them. It goes for you, but you can respond. Sadly, you and your pesky pass. I have 5 successes.
I have 6 successes.
Sweet!
No, wait, hold on.
Maybe not sweet!
I don't have advantage or anything, no.
No advantage at the moment.
No, I have 1 failure.
Sweet! Okay, so that's win by 6.
Oh, wait, defensive though. +1 to all my SL, so I've got 0 successes.
Uh-huh.
So 1.
I still win.
It's not as bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right, it's not as bad. As it comes down, the flamey hand goes in this way, enough for you to try and fight off against it as a great spiked tail lashes out from the side. Spikes in, causing 17 wounds.
It's always Elric.
Yeah, it's always Elric. Sorry, Elric. You have wounds left?
Yeah.
So clearly did not spike through because it, endurance test, please.
Unless I've got advantage, that'll be 2 fails.
No, because you failed that one. So it sinks in and it injects fire.
Oh my god.
Neutralizes it.
Meaning that all your spells, as you cast them, assuming you cast any, cause corruption for the next this long. So,
When you say cause corruption, to whom?
To whom? Yeah.
you'll find out.
Oh no.
That's not good.
You're aware that something's gone wrong. So,
There's a
in the
demon in front of me.
It's the inside of
it doesn't have an attack that I'm going to do on with that, but it does have that, so I'm going to launch that off as well. Anyone who is not surprised and has magic can attempt to dispel this.
Sure.
As it starts sibilantly whispering the words of magic from mouths across it.
God, I can't roll tonight.
4 successes.
Fortunately, that's
Thank
enough.
you,
As that stops that, as you throw a quick Ulgu shard into the middle of it, causing the spell to evaporate. We're on to normal combat rounds. Its initiative is 62. Where is everybody else's?
71.
You're ahead.
57.
57, so it's just ahead of you. So
I'll
start the round
I'll
as Alamanowite. What are you
delay.
doing?
Don't forget your
So you're delaying, not going over to try and help?
I think I can only do it if I'm next time.
Well, if you are. Nope, excellent. Delayed. Yes.
Fast. Just need to clarify something.
Yes.
It
It only allows you to
Can
do
I-
the strike.
Yeah, so I can't move.
Yes, you
yeah,
can't
that
move.
was the case.
Totally.
Could I shoot it? Does it count as in combat with him?
It's currently in combat, yes. You could cast a spell at it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really charge it. It's not really my style.
That's fair, but you can cast a spell if you want. Quick,
I'm not
shadowy
sure
dart.
what I could cast that would actually be helpful.
Okay, well,
Let me just check.
Birdie is not next, it's the demon. Oh, I'm going to take
Let-
you down.
let me
I'm going to
just
give it a
check
go.
my-
I've got advantage as well. That didn't really help. I only rolled 13. One success.
2 successes.
Which means you have advantage. As its spiked tail goes for you again. It's clearly excited by this particular successful attack, which you can feel not good enough though. Birdie,
Gonna charge in and help Elric.
wallop,
Bang.
wallopy bang.
2 successes.
Nice. It will try and duck its way out. Can I have a fear test from you? So that is your cool.
I'm going to fortune point there.
Excellent. Can't say I'm disappointed.
5 successes. And
5
a
successes,
crit.
that means you can indeed. Oh, you're completely immune to its fear then. Perfect. As you dive in, and how many did you get? 2? I just got 1.
2.
How much damage did you do?
I did.
And what are you attacking with?
I'm going to use my sword.
Excellent.
So it's 2 successes plus 9. So 11.
Sorry, Ralph. That's who painted it. As your sword pushes in and hits, quite giving flesh, it just parts over it. Pink ichor drips out from it.
I hate
You
demons.
pull back, and it's all along the edge of your blade, which is shimmering with fire. Good heart, what are you doing?
Lovely stuff. I'm going to try and inspire, do a leadership test for Elric. Elric, look out! It has both
I've already
claws.
got advantage.
Have you?
Yeah.
Right, lovely stuff. The father. Fail.
Well, that did nothing. Father Loopold.
Well, not knowing what's going on with blessings, I will attempt that. So Leopold will, but he's doing something different though.
Sounds good.
He's not drawing his hammer.
Oh.
He's pulling out his holy book, placing his hand atop it,
Oh,
calling upon both Sigmar and Ulrich to, with the cleansing power of the sacred flame, to eliminate this enemy in front of them. And
Love it.
hopefully
I
intone
love
an
it.
Argent Decree. But we shall see.
Argent Decree.
I mean, 12?
Wow. I do not 5 off that, so it's 7. I think that's still going to be enough, probably.
No, I mean, I rolled 12.
Oh, you rolled 12. Oh,
Yeah, I
then,
didn't get 12.
then-
Come on.
I did think it was very high. I distrusted you.
No, 1, 2.
No,
Well, that's what I rolled.
no, sadly, nothing comes of that at all. That's your action. You can still move if you wish.
Do I get any sense of what's happening?
No, you have no idea. It's
It's just not.
yeah, nothing is
I
occurring.
just keep doing it. I mean,
That seems fair. So no movement from where you are. You may.
Your May is going to move further away from
No. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Over there, doing anything else?
I shall do a. I'll try and do a prayer as well.
Do a little pray for you. Which one are you doing?
I shall do one of protection. I mean, actually no. I'm using the purple as the percentile. That is fine.
Excellent.
5 success.
Nice.
Excellent. So you blessing of protection on yourself, I presume.
Yes, but I will also up it if nothing is like making me lose.
Doing nothing to you from where you are.
And then pass it to Gerhard on my
Scummy
way.
Sigmar.
Thank you.
Snowy Ronald more like.
Would Elemenenwythe be able to go in and then come out again in the same turn? If she's not engaging it, she's going to use fast hands to try and just tap it.
I think that's awesome, but remember with a delay, it's a move or an action.
Oh.
Yeah, you sacrifice the complete option by delaying. Which would you rather? Hold till next round?
Well, she'll have to move to get in and do the thing,
Yes, she
so
will.
there's no point in. I'll hold
Okay,
till
Eric.
next round.
He's going to attempt to take his head off with his staff.
Yeah, take that.
Good choice.
Oh my goodness.
Fucking God.
How'd you do?
Gods. 1 failure.
I got 2 fails,
Nice.
so you've actually hit it. Nicely done. As almost half panic, you lashed out, but I'd also like a cool test, please.
Be 9 wounds anyway. And yeah, he's
Yeah,
passed
it's fine.
the cool test.
Good. Swipe through it. It hits, bangs through. It causes the edge of the demon to swirl up, and you see the metallic edge of your staff flare with magic.
I imagine it was already quite
Fortunately,
flared from
A
actually.
wizard's good old staff counts at all times as a magic weapon.
Ooh.
It screeches with the sound of 1,000 animals mixed with children.
Oh,
Gross.
Nice.
very gross.
Anyone that hears that can do themselves a cool test.
I don't need to, do I?
Yes, for this one you do.
Even though I critted.
Oh no, you critted. No,
Yeah.
no, you don't. No, good
Am I
point.
doing another one, even having just done
Yes, even though you just done
Birdie
one.
yawns.
Heard worse.
Yeah.
5 successes.
Yep, fine.
one? Yeah, 4 successes.
2 failures.
Two
Nicely
failures.
done. You're going nowhere near that thing.
2 failures.
Yeah, neither are you.
Fair
That
enough.
sounds good. How'd
Yeah.
you do?
Over
Okay, superb. Right, so end of the round, top of the round then. Oh no, Elemental's done nothing. You're just not doing anything that round.
I can channel, right?
Yeah, of course you can,
I don't really want to channel.
but you can if you wish. Bring that algo in.
She'll actually move, so she's in front of Gerhardt
Sounds good.
Thank you very much.
and in a better position to just dash in and tap it.
Sounds good to me. So you're in. Next round. It's you,
me.
Elemental. What are you
Right,
doing?
so she's actually only got one aggressive spell, it turns out, and it's not a dart.
Oh, what is it?
It is Blackout.
Ooh, try and wipe out all of its senses. Love it.
Yeah, we'll try and plunge it into the
Into
pits
darkness,
of Ulgu.
indeed.
Yeah, so she'll dash in using fast hands, so she doesn't actually need to
You don't need to do the test.
do a test. Use the miniature kosh, the ingredient.
Mhm, have you got one?
Well, I think we started with ingredients for all of them.
Yeah, one ingredient
Yeah,
for each.
so she'll use that to touch it and let the kosh go. Will that be
yeah.
allowed?
Yeah.
Or she'll
Language magic.
push that into it. I don't know. 09.
So it's a pass
It's a pass.
and dispelled.
Oh.
And she'll dash back out again.
What a climax. Right, what are you doing, Birdie?
Does a demon not go before me?
Oh, yeah, it does. Thank you very much.
I can't believe I said
yeah,
that.
we
but
I mean, I'm attacking the wizard, obviously. I have 3 successes.
8 successes.
You're ready for it.
As
Staff in
well.
its face. Bah, 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 bah. Side to side. The old training coming through. It tries to get around it, but you're having none of it. You're ready for its amorphous nature as a arm forms out of its leg and attempts to just claw you, but you're right down on it with your staff, pushing it back.
cheating.
You launching an attack over. You gain advantage if
Yeah.
you don't have it already.
6 successes.
Okay.
love
Does
it.
anybody have a rulebook? Because I don't have one sitting beside me.
I think he's just critting.
No,
Oh, I'm just going to roll it. It's okay.
First
There's
edition
not one
one here
sitting there.
from.
Oh, wow. I did the opposite. I 88'd myself. Right, so I'm going to roll that and that. Everybody randomize 1 sense. You can choose which one. Choose how you're randomizing it amongst you. It's a D10 across the 5 makes sense. For wizards, though, I also want your 6th sense added for your ability to perceive.
With that sense.
So yeah, quite with that
Wow.
sense. So everybody roll 1 sense, please, and tell me what you've rolled.
Did I?
You lose it.
Did I hit it?
You lose it.
Yes,
Oh God.
ears, eyes,
I'll tell you in just a moment.
taste,
Touch.
smell,
Right.
touch.
Yep.
Yes, but
No, I'm just trying to figure out which one's the ones that's okay.
Smell.
well, I mean, it's
Smell.
random. You don't get to
Smell.
pick.
Oh no.
Oh right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You don't get to
If
pick.
You got the
Yeah,
list.
you're
have you?
randomizing.
So yeah, but what
Oh,
order?
yeah.
So ears, eyes.
Ears, eyes,
Nose.
touch. No. Ears, eyes, nose. The other ones.
I'm enjoying this.
Taste.
immensely.
Taste, touch.
Taste.
Touch. Right.
I lost my sight.
Oh,
Smell.
brilliant.
I lost my taste.
We're re-rolling
Yeah, we
eights.
knew that.
Yeah, no taste.
No, you're just rolling, just
Smell.
randomizing it.
Just which sense? So which sense did you?
What number is
That's
that?
number
What was
4.
the
I
out of
rolled,
senses.
I rolled an 8.
So what was the
His
fourth?
Oh,
fourth sense
God.
was touch.
It's touch.
Yes,
He's
touch.
lost his
Okay,
sense
that's
of
fine. That's not too
touch.
bad. That's
Or was
fine.
it taste?
It's going to be hard to find.
What was 1?
Is it?
Whatever you decided it was.
No, it was all.
I think it was
multiple
ears,
days.
eyes. Was what we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, sight.
So hearing.
So
Yeah.
sight, smell,
I'm
No, no.
touch, smell.
I'm taste.
Smell.
No, taste, sorry.
Hearing.
Hearing, oh, gone dead. And you lost your
Smell.
Smell.
It would be funny if it was sight, but
I'm immune to
I'm
that.
blinder.
You go for it. Do you lose which sense, was it?
Hearing.
And as your blade plunges in, it explodes
Oh.
into filigrees of colour that spread out all over you, over you, not quite Gerhard, and causes a mighty. Now, the word that comes to mind is explosion, but it's not really an explosion because it's not material. It's an immaterial explosion that passes through you completely, wipes out one of your senses, which we've already discussed, and makes you each lose 4 wounds.
Toughness bonus or anything?
Nope, no
Just-
modifier.
just
Just
those
4
three?
wounds.
Or-
Oh no, everyone loses 4 wounds, and it's apparently gone.
I mean, I don't think Elemenwith would know she's lost her taste yet, so she's not like immediately saying anything. Shall we go? What?
Birdie looks.
Utterly numb. Yeah, you're going to need to do an agility test not to fall over.
Yeah, Birdie,
Oh god.
Birdie looks.
You
at
can't even feel
Birdie's
your feet.
Weapon and goes, cool.
Yue
those-
will hug Loopold. I can't see it anymore.
All right, hold on to me, and the blind will lead the blind.
We need to move from this place.
Did you pass your test?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not just. It's your face feels nothing. Your tongue is full of light. You can't talk. Everything's going wrong.
It's just feeling. I can control my tongue. Sure.
Yeah.
You
No, but you
control it
can't
by
feel.
feeling it.
You control your
Have you ever
tongue
been
by
to the
feeling
dentist?
it.
Yeah.
You know,
You
you
come
come
out
out
and you
and
sound
you're
like Marlon
like,
Brando.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
but you've
because you've
lost
only
all
got
of
one
it.
part. You've lost everything.
Every single last part.
No, that's what I do.
Now you're maybe
He's
Sylvester Stallone
dribbling.
and Rocky.
He's dribbling. He's actually dribbling now out the corner of his mouth.
Right, we need to move from this location. You put something in your mouth.
You're beginning to understand how it works now. It's not quite the same as being numbed. It's just you can't feel.
Feel it, yeah.
You didn't even realize your mouth. Oh shit. Do yourself a perception test to not accidentally wound yourself by clacking your mouth together too hard
okay.
without even being aware that you're doing it.
Father, does Sigmar have any healing hands to help? Because I'm pretty.
Yeah, if
fucked
you're
at
if you're
heart.
wounded, yeah, I will attempt to
I
call on
don't know
Sigma.
if you saw, but a demon basically just attacked me.
Yeah, I'll try.
In the nearby alley, a little claw forms out. It begins to reform.
Can we move?
We can do it moving though, yeah.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I'm going to attempt another miracle.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, you can do that moving.
See if it
Yeah,
works.
Elemenwith is moving people away from this cursed location.
Who's helping you, man?
When you come up to
So, 4 successes?
Birdie, she jumps because she doesn't
That
hear
gives you
you
2
coming.
successes.
That is enough then
Excellent.
to heal you of some wounds. I'll tell you in a minute. Everyone else carry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're making our way off from here. Everybody roll dice of doom.
We're never gonna get there.
If I can't see my
It should
dice.
be the last one.
So dice of doom.
It's an hour.
4.
9, 6.
4.
7.
You get back 9 wounds.
Nice. We now, because we are debilitated to a degree, have an extra one. If we pass this one, there'll probably only be one more. Poor blind person.
3.
3.
3.
6.
5.
We're in that
Four.
not too bad part of town.
Dubs.
Your senses return.
Oh,
Yay.
thank goodness.
That I really noticed it had gone, to be honest.
Morrslieb blooms from up above as it's now reached a point where it fills almost a quarter of the sky in total. And think of the entirety of the sky on all sides. And a full quarter of that is now Morrslieb. And it's not risen more than half its height yet. As it's pushing up. Now everything is green. Whatever multicolored hues once existed have completely gone. Assuming that we pass this dice of doom, we will reach the door.
Elric will try and calm the
Another
party,
one.
be like, just in case it's not real. It's not real.
What isn't real?
What do you
Come on. Well, all right.
5.
3.
I'm using
9.
fortune point
Fortune point can modify it by 1.
to a 7.
7.
7.
And what did you roll?
9.
9. Perfect. No doubles there either.
Yeah. 2
1,
sevens.
2 sevens.
But you
Wait,
can change.
2 sevens, sorry.
You could change it down to a 6. But
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
I
she
can't.
rolled
A 7 or a
9,
9,
9 and
it's
she rolled
always
1.
double.
So,
But surely double 9.
we're
better
fine.
than
We're
one
fine. It doesn't
number,
matter.
magic
We're
number.
good. We're good. We're okay. You reach the docks. The docks have well over 100 or so warehouses from various houses down its entire length. You're currently sitting at one end of it, having made a big long route round that burning building till eventually arriving there. We are now deep into the 9th hour. The bells have rung 9 times. We're not at the 10th, the 11th, or the 12th. What's the plan?
Find the warehouse.
13, yeah.
13 or 17.
Or 17.
Let's start at 13. It's probably nearer.
I'm supernumerate now.
Oh,
And we're looking for numbers.
how exciting!
I know. I don't know if this does anything.
You're very good with numbers.
Yeah.
Good job.
That's what we're trying to find, I
Maybe
guess.
he can count the number of warehouses and work out which one is 13 quicker than the rest of us.
Yeah, there, you're allowed to use a calculator.
Oh.
An actual calculator for how good you are at maths.
Is that it? Is
Yeah.
it?
Oh, that's going to come up loads.
That's 90 XP just fucking down the pan, isn't it?
It depends.
Oh.
It's not going to help you find a warehouse, though.
Well, what about this? Because is it theoretically feasible to assume that this is built in a somewhat square environment? So then-
It's a big, long run down the length of the river.
If I
And
can
it's warehouse
see-
by warehouse by warehouse by warehouse by warehouse by warehouse down its entire length.
I think
And there's a lot of them.
Steinhager didn't have that many warehouses. I think we looked at Steinhager and we were quite near the top of his. So maybe we should look for the Tugan warehouses, which would be marked with his rows. I'm not sure if that's right, but
Did we
I
not
feel
also
like
see
Yes.
Children's
Yeah,
warehouses
it's black.
while we were there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're aware
Yeah.
that
no,
they're
no, because we didn't know Tugan's symbol when last time we looked at
you're right,
here
it
at the
was the
warehouses.
Steinhager one. Yeah,
It
you're
was the
correct. The
Steinhager
Steinhager
ones.
is about a third of the way along.
But
so
I
about-
think we saw how many Steinhager
so
had.
about 15 minutes
I
away
think
from
we
here.
need to go for the rows.
Yeah,
What
sounds good.
if we know that Steinhager's is about a third of the way, right? And that was what number was that?
They all were numbered by Steinhager.
Yeah, so it's Steinhager 1, Children
Steinhager
1.
2,
Shit.
Steinhager 3,
Okay.
exactly.
Just trying to really
But I-
use that talent.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Steinhager had up into double figures.
Which
maybe,
means
yeah.
we should look for the rows. So can Alamanwith with the acute sense sight see if there's any warehouses
Yeah,
marked with the
three-quarters
rows?
down there. There's one of the roses. It's sticking out, and it looks almost like a cross. It's a stylized rose.
There is a rose down there.
That's you would have guessed around about a 20-minute walk. But if you're trying to do the father sticking to the shadows thing, that could be anything from 20 minutes to an hour, depending if you're willing to wait. as you make
Halfway
your way
through the
through it.
ninth bell, I think we still got time.
So make your way over slowly, or make your
I
way
would say
over with
run for it.
alacrity.
Alric's definitely with actually
Running.
Flair not around him. He's wanting to run and he's pushing strongly
And
for it.
from which direction is Morrslieb rising? Like,
It's
which horizon?
right. So from where you are, it's behind all of the warehouses.
That
so
should mean we're in the lee of it
it,
for
it
most of
doesn't
it.
matter. It just shines through everything. What
not
you
the
require
clouds.
is the clouds.
How bizarre.
It's that is what's blocking it. Almost as if the lens of it all is being somehow warped by
Almost
something.
as if the clouds are
Up
magic.
there. Yeah.
Oh,
Once it's in
Or sent-
Bögenhafen, it's everywhere.
Yeah,
So
pretty
it
much,
means
yeah.
we
So
block
it's
while
a matter of just waiting for the darkness to spread over, then rush your way through it, and then
lead parasols. That's what we need. Lead parasols.
Gerhardt's money is also on the. We have to kind of put our own personal risk at the side and book it. I'm with Elric. on
The sooner that we get there, the more chance there is that we can dispel or stop whatever they're trying to do. Whereas if we get there in the nick of time,
And can we try and go around the back of the warehouses and
Yeah,
come
if
at
you
the
wish.
warehouse from?
Yes.
Yeah.
you can go anywhere you wish. The warehouses themselves are mostly freestanding. Many of them are just long, thin buildings. Some of them have got multiple layers. Some of them have got little bits sticking out from either side, perhaps little offices or some equivalent. Each one is relatively unique. They clearly have not had a nice bit of uniform building design here. Wasn't mapped by me. They'd all be the same, identical boxes.
Well, I would prefer to go slow, but if you think we should run.
I think we owe it to the people of this town to
run.
put ourselves to the
Yes.
side and do something better about it. Is where I'm putting my money.
Okay, so
Well, I am with you.
an endurance test, nice and simple.
We still have advantage from all the combat.
Combat's over, so it only lasts for the scene. So sadly, no. Yeah, no, not under this light.
4 successes.
One success and a
Superb.
2 successes.
Lovely.
1 success.
Does
3
having
successes.
does having a crit matter?
Yes, it does. I'll let you, for the next one, assuming there is a next one, you don't need to take it. You remember that, I will forget.
Okay.
I'll be like, what? No, take the test.
That's good to know, though.
Yeah.
Just make it up.
Yes, we all critted.
Oh, when you get doubles, it's crit. Oh,
Ah.
critting all night.
Me too.
88s.
So, we arrive at the Tugan set of warehouses. The first one you will arrive at will be, out of the numbers you're choosing are 13 and 17, I believe.
Yeah.
The first one would be number 13. The second one would be number 17 going along this particular route. So, picture if you can, a docklands with jetties sticking out into the river. The River Bögen here is pretty wide. Our jetties are long enough to take a full barge coming in, but most of the barges push along and just dock lengthwise rather than sticking out in the jetty. There's only a total of about 15 jetties. Number 13 is right in front of one of the jetties. There is nobody here just now. It's just a warehouse with a big double door, the number 13, the symbol of the rose on the other side of the other door. That is what you have. It has 2 layers. It has a small jutting out part as you look around the side of the building. At the back, perhaps an office that's attached to it. That's warehouse number 13.
So, the last warehouse we saw had a window for the crane to
Yes.
go in. Does this have the same?
Yes.
Is it open?
No.
No. Is round the back? Is there a door around the back?
There is no door around the back.
Okay.
I mean, first, Leopold will have a listen and see if he can hear anything inside.
Nope, nothing.
Can't hear anything.
What, in terms of Elric having seen the winds go mental, and he's been seeing Dar,
Yeah.
is he seeing much here?
Is there a keyhole?
No more than anywhere else.
Is there a keyhole?
There is indeed a large keyhole. In fact, there's 2 of them.
Night vision.
Night
And a
vision,
keyhole.
night
Can I
vision.
look through the keyhole and
If you
see
wish
what I
to
can
do so.
see inside?
You can see crates not more than about this far away stacked up.
Oh, that's great.
I can see crates, but they're blocking my view.
I mean, I could try and have a look inside, but
Yes.
should we check 17
Yes, we'll check
first?
17
and
first.
then-
I agree.
Making your way over to number 17.
Yes.
How
14,
far
15,
should we
16,
leave someone here as a lookout, just around the side?
If you wish to do so.
Or are we able to see? Do we
Or
still
are we
have
able
line
to
of sight?
see?
Oh, you'll be able to see.
Yeah, okay,
it.
let's
It's
just
just-
all go
it's
there.
further down there. So who's going down to the other one, and is anyone staying
No,
behind, or are you just
I-
making your way
No,
down?
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
so maybe
that
do
sounds
it
good.
all down.
Okay, so you saunter your way down to... well,
No, we do not saunter.
You make your way over to number 17. Similar, but this one doesn't have any jutting off parts. It's just a 2-storied warehouse. Big double doors, this time marked with 17 and the Tugan symbol. It's got a small sign with the Tugan symbol on that sitting off the side as well. And on the back, you can see yet another one too.
I'll have a peek through this.
And I'll have a listen.
You can hear the sounds of snuffling of something or another on the inside. It's lit on the inside. You can't quite see anything other than lots of barrels. I'm going to give a test for that, actually. Yes, you recognize the barrels over on the other side. These are the ones that were sold. Huh. These are the ones that you actually carried all the way with you from Altdorf. Sold by Joseph.
Interesting coincidence.
They're all stacked up in here.
There's no such thing as coincidences,
Not
but
where we're concerned.
but there's a strange coincidence. Joseph's barrels are in there.
There's something in there, maybe dogs. Any movement.
Is there? Can you the crane window? Is
Yes.
it actually a window or is it
No,
completely blocked
it's
off?
a door.
Yeah.
And it's doored. It's closed.
But does it have a keyhole? Like
No,
you could pick it? No. It's probably open from the inside.
probably.
Okay, I can try and have a better look inside, but somebody's gonna have to like carry me if things
Yes.
go down.
Birdie,
Okay.
can you?
Yeah, no problem.
She will go peek into. I'm assuming if it's lit, she can still have line of sight, right?
What's your plan?
The foxes.
Ah ha ha! Nice one. So, muttering a prayer, having a look inside. Yes, absolutely. Do your prayer.
Yep, that's 2 successes.
Nice.
She falls limp in your arms, and from behind one of the barrels on the far end, Fox's nose lift. Sneaks a peek out and sees a man with his feet up on a barrel with a, let's call it a cup. It's an ill-fashioned thing that he's drinking from. 2 dogs, rather burly looking dogs at that, well muscled. They look like they're going to cause somebody a bit of biting damage. Are down by his feet, and a single lantern is there, and he's having a little sip. It's fair to say that there isn't, however, any large circles of naughtiness. It's just a place full of barrels.
Could I guess now as the fox have a look around, try and not get the dog's attention, but like
That will not happen. You will get the dog's attention if you move at all. You're pretty convinced of that. Now, you might be lucky and you might be able to sneak behind another barrel, but you're not going to be making your way in here without getting attention.
And when you said there's no obvious like circle on the floor, is there like clear space where that would?
No, it's just lots of barrels.
Yeah. So
And
there's not
the
even
place
any
is full.
space for
Yeah,
it.
there's space,
Yeah.
but there's not a lot
Yeah.
of space.
and this man.
It's just having a drink.
Is it the same man that chased her last time?
No.
Different.
Cool. Okay. I mean, if there's no like obvious like trapdoor or something,
No.
then I don't think there's any point alerting the guy to people. So she will back into her.
Hello.
Weight shifts and her eyes open.
What did
There's a man having a drink and 2 very burly dogs, but I couldn't see anything like, no, there's not even space for it.
Can you have a look in the other one?
I mean, yes, but does it work if it's dark?
You need line of sight.
Yeah, I need to be able to see, and I don't know if it was dark. But how?
Can you try picking the lock then? If there's no people in the other one,
Yeah.
then
Let's do it. There was no back door of the other
I mean,
one, was there? Or was
No back door to the other one.
Just side. We are assuming that it's going to be in the warehouses here. What if it's underneath? Or what if there are?
Well, then we need to get into the warehouse to find a trapdoor.
Well, what I mean is what if that's one entrance? What about if there is, like we did earlier, another way in through sewers?
You probably don't want to be going down in the sewers at this point in time.
I doubt that the
No?
sewers under this dockland. That would be unusual.
I mean,
The way they are
sewers
constructed.
chaos, dark gods,
Yes, but
So-
I just
But
don't
also
Do
think-
yourself an endurance test, please.
Oh,
Right, let's go back.
It's your
Oh, it's
fault.
because I'm speculating. Isn't it?
No, I'm not telling you why.
I think I know why.
You're on 13.
What was the question?
Endurance test?
Shit. If I spend 1, it's an extra success at this.
I'll add 1 success on top. So if you've got to say 3 fails, it'll take you to 2 fails.
Yeah.
So that could be re-rolled though.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
Wise. Oh, it's an 88.
No.
No, but it's still a fumble. 66.
On a fumbled, you gain 3 corruption points.
Oh god. Oh no.
I do believe you might be over your threshold.
I've already been over my threshold.
It's another endurance test. Someone's going to have to do a lot of soul searching later.
No. Oh no.
You can use, if you wish, your fortune point.
Oh god, I bought more, but
They're just all
Yes.
frittering away. Frittering away.
yeah. Thank God.
Gods.
3.
You are completely fine. There's nothing to worry about. What is all this concern? So, what's our plan?
Pick the lock.
Yes.
So you're going to head over to Warehouse 13 and pick the lock.
Yes.
Okay, can I have myself? Pick lock.
There was 2 locks, right?
Yes.
Who's
Can we
better
do
at picking?
One each?
Yeah,
Can we
we'll
do one each?
Yeah, that's quite fun. High lock with the elf, low lock with you, mate.
Funnier if it's the other way around.
It would be funny if it was the other way around.
Fucking 100.
5 successes and a crit.
She's
there we
like,
go.
click, click, click. Not a problem at all. Well, you fumble, I believe. Are you re-rolling or taking the fumble?
Was it 2 locks for one door?
Yeah,
Or was
there's
it
two
like
locks
2
in-
different doors?
Yeah, it's 2 locks for the one door.
I'll re-roll it.
Yay!
Yeah, that's fine. That's 4 successes.
Click, click, click. A little bit slower than Alamena who with a flourish. Click, click, click. Bing.
Elves.
Um,
I'm sorry for rolling well, okay?
and it opens. There is no light on the inside. It's pitch black.
Not a problem.
Not a problem.
Not a problem for Ellen anyway. In that she'll be getting some light.
Yes,
at
you've
the
got
moment.
night vision, so you've as long as
Elric's
these.
staff
You're
is
fire.
on fire.
Totally.
Is my sword still burning?
No, it's not.
Good.
Right, Alan Enwith will sneak in.
So, if you
Slowly
can
as
imagine what would be the depth of the building, but there's to the ceiling boxes and crates that go right to the edge, but not completely. There's this gap of about this
So
much
she'll
at the far end.
sneak to that little gap. and-
Sneak to that far end.
Sneak
Right, I'm
round.
going to very quickly summarise with there's no one here, but there is a lot of stuff.
Is this our? By the way, it's 25.
I know what the time is. You don't need to worry about it.
Doing Ark of the Covenant. What's the deal here?
Well, phew.
Hang on.
Where-
I think we might be in the right place.
No, that looks fine. It's decorative.
I feel like I've seen that before.
No, let's turn that around. It's back to front. So that,
Is it?
yeah, it should be the other way around.
Oh, okay.
Earthquake!
There we go. Warehouse number 13.
Ruinous powers, they're a nightmare.
Just
Yeah,
when
it's
you
really
get your
dislike
foundations
them.
sorted and then
Yeah, if I'm honest, not a fan.
Yeah, they are the worst.
some silence comes in.
Warehouse 13.
So that's where you all are.
Okay.
So immediately, Alan Menowith will move, come round just in case any. Oh no, we
Which
should
is
lock
the
the doors.
entrance?
Wait,
Entrance
wait.
double doors
No.
here.
Double doors.
Yumi, come back with me. We'll lock the doors.
What? No, what
Yes, we're
lock us
locking the
in?
doors.
Well, yeah, but what if things go really badly and then we can't get out again?
We'll just lock one.
Yeah, they're doing that.
No, we don't want to make.
Leupold is going in. Leopold's not
Can
going
I
in.
have a lower magic test from you, please?
But Elementa wife, the people who are supposed to be here, they'll just have keys. It's not gonna slow them down.
No, but
Andy,
if
that will
we
be a
don't
crit.
lock the
Right,
doors,
so
we know
Five.
that they'll know we're here.
excuse me, I'm going to interrupt and say, right, they've got a thing. They might have more than one thing, as in their circle. So that's immediately a concern, because if they know you're here, they will just do it somewhere else, which means that all of your work will go to naught. So that's his first concern. But this place is already laid out, which means they're probably coming here. In fact, this might be their only one, but you're afraid that if you damage it, and if someone comes in and sees it's damaged, they'll think there's somebody here, and they'll just hike it. It's quite possible that there's only one person needed to do that ritual. You don't know which one it is. So you, if you attack immediately, may attack the wrong person. And if you do that, they might just hike it, and again, you've lost. Because they go somewhere else and you'll have no idea where they are. This is possibly your only opportunity to stop them doing whatever it is that they're going to do. Rituals tend to be particularly meticulous. So if anything is wrong, it's likely to go wrong. But equally, you're aware from what you've learned as a wizard that before they start, they will check everything. So if you change anything, they will probably spot it. Your best bet, if you want to be sure, is probably to wait.
All right.
Because your concern is that if you do anything aggressive beforehand, they'll just go somewhere else. And it will still happen. And you won't be able to stop it because they'll probably arrive in coach or something equally awful. And they'll just go. So, from your opinion, the fact that they've got this place laid out is great. Because it means they're almost certain to be doing it here. But it's also really, really, really hyper, not necessarily dangerous, but uncertain as to what they need to conduct their ritual. Because of that, it might be worth waiting for them to all arrive, get whatever it is they're going to do in place, and then once they start, then you attack. But that's perhaps more than I would normally give, but you did crit. So from his perspective, he's afraid, and we're just going to sum it all up with one thing, that they will go somewhere else.
And that, like, Alamenowith's instinct as a scheming little spy is exactly the same. That when you're trying to trap somebody, you
don't tell me.
Yeah. We need to lock the doors, because otherwise, if the doors are open when they get here, they'll be immediately suspicious and they'll probably just leave.
Okay, are we hiding in here then?
Yes. What do you think, Elric?
How affected by all the action is Elric? Like he's been tense, everything.
Here,
Oh.
here, there's nothing.
Okay, so that means he's not going to be
You are just
instinctive
you.
and just destroy it. So,
Yeah, you are just you. You can make your own choices.
Yeah.
And
But does he get a sense that he could still channel here?
Yeah.
Is there magic to
Yeah,
draw upon?
yeah, definitely. It's not dead. It's just there's no
It's just not,
additional awfulness.
has our sixth sense calmed down in
No.
here? No.
I imagine he's just got more.
And it doesn't feel particularly unholy.
No.
There is
Yet.
no advantage in moving fast. We stay
Everything's
here,
unholy.
we shut the door, we lock it, we hide, we wait for them. When they're all in here, we move and we strike like lightning.
This is the place.
This is the place, and that
we
is the
found.
plan.
We wait.
Are we agreed?
And Elric will kind of look around, trying not to stare directly at
And-
the ground.
And we
There
find
seems to be
some,
enough places to hide, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot.
and we go as carefully as we can. Leave no trace.
Nettles.
We will guide you.
As we push over a
Lock
bunch
the
of
doors.
crates.
We're locking the doors.
Okay, so we're going in. Move yourself to wherever you wish. For those of you who are locking doors, do your test, please.
Is there a second floor here?
So
There was the
there is
upstairs.
absolutely. And there's no direct access up to it. There's no ladder that's going up to it, but there is a second floor, and it sits with one square effectively around on
That
all
could be
sides.
How high is it for the
Yeah.
tallest? And like, is it
That's going
quite
to
doable?
be a jump.
Yeah.
It's a proper tall.
Or if a tall
situation.
person gave a boost to another tall
Yeah,
person.
absolutely.
If there's no way into that, then unlikely to search through. I passed my first. Do you want me to do the other one?
I
Or
no
did you do
success,
it?
but I passed.
You've got 0, but it's a pass. That'll do. Clicks. Both of them are locked.
Elric will kind of, at least for himself and Alamenowith, advise that we try and get the higher ground. As long as it still gives us a view.
Oh yes, absolutely.
People-
But the problem with the higher ground is there is no crates up there. Nothing to
Yes,
hide behind.
yeah,
Well, you could just lie on the floor.
Yeah, if you've
If
got
you lie
the
down, the
angle.
angles.
No, I think we should stay down and hide behind the crates.
And I like Leopold being the least stealthy and subtle of us, or
Yeah, that's
maybe
fair.
maybe not anymore, but he certainly was. I think should go like all the way there.
Why don't you go into there?
Because what if that's the place where they leave their nice clothes when they
Yeah.
put their unholy
Yeah,
garments
good
on?
point.
One good one.
I don't want to
Unholy
hang out in
garments,
their
I love
unholy
Okay, so
garment
Leopold
chamber.
hanging out down there. Okay, what about everyone else?
Elric will go to the opposite corner to Leopold, into that gap.
Into that gap,
Yeah.
perfect.
Nice.
Good place to sit.
Gerhardt, this reminds me of when we used to hide from Sister Habercorn. So I would like to go yes.
Good.
Yes.
Reliving old times.
Yes, exactly.
Birdie on the other side because she doesn't want to be too far away
Yeah,
from.
where am I least obvious?
Yeah, you are a very tall woman, but you can. All of these count that are marked count as places to hide
I
easily.
fall down.
You, me, and
quite nicely.
Alamenowith?
We should have line of sight to each other so that we can battle tongue silently.
Line of sight.
You
Yeah,
may
line of
want
sight to me.
to go in that corner.
Right, and
No,
then
this the other corner.
over here.
East.
Nice. Alamenowith. Alamenowith.
There's not really a good spot
If-
now.
I mean, diagonal from
necessary,
Leopold, baby.
Maybe in that scene,
Yeah.
diagonally from Leopold potentially.
If necessary, can these crates be jumped over?
Yes, they can.
Yeah. So you
She
don't have to kind
wants
of
to
run out
be-
and about.
yeah.
It will use up one movement square
Are
to go
any
over
of the-
rather than round.
Are the crates empty?
No, they're all full.
Of.
Who knows? You have to open them up.
Oh, I,
We
think
should-
I thought maybe I could tell.
That's not bad, is it?
Nah, you're not going to be able to tell what's inside a crate.
Yeah, don't open.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did we see
that's
any?
the best we can do, I think, to avoid them if they do go into that little cubby hole.
So how long we got? We got like what, 2.5 hours?
By now,
Okay.
probably about 2.
Yeah.
2
They
hours.
want to
Before
do
it
the
Still
ritual act.
feel I guess he doesn't know, but if he was attempted to channel, does he feel anything different from being attacked by the demon?
Something feels uncomfortable.
Fair enough.
Yeah, something feels uncomfortable.
Do you think it is they begin at midnight, or is that the right term, midnight? I presume it is.
Midnight.
Our
Yeah.
plan
Yes.
comes to fruition at the 12th bell, he said, so I would suspect they
So-
begin before midnight
Right,
to have
so
the
they may be here
climax.
soon.
So they
So we
could be
should-
here soon. We should just be quiet.
Click, click, click. About now. Almost 2 hours before we go, and you can hear it. Click, click, click. I trust you're putting the flames out. So it's all in I'm just double checking. Yeah. You didn't mention it.
Bögenhafen puts his loot away.
And a gentleman comes in. He is a gentleman. He's dressed really rather well. And he's got a bag, sack that he's holding, pops over, comes round the corner, and drops it down in the ground. Looks around. Bloody hell. Goes back out again. Comes back in with a candle. Bloody dog. Right, bloody hell. Moves over. Whoa! Looks down and sees the big. Well, there it is. We're gonna be rich. He says, we're gonna be rich. And he hears a noise. We're gonna be rich. He says to himself as he steps over, drops his candle off here, then pops back to his bag and opens it up, takes off his coat, and hangs it up in a hook. He then takes out a purple robe,
Unholy God.
which he pulls it on. And another man comes round, rather rotund gentleman. Evening. Oh, good night for it. He says, well, if you want to say so, he says, I wasn't too happy, but you know, it's going to be worth it. Yeah, if you say so. I mean, we're going to be...
Is that the rotund gentleman from the council that you may saw?
No, different one.
More rotund gentlemen.
Several rotund gentlemen. Boof, 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 boof. As he comes over, drops down a bag, puts up his coat, puts up his hat, then takes out a long purple robe, puts it on. The other one pulls a hood over. Better even tell you what. Says, it's kind of the point, I think. It's meant to be for all of us, not for any individual, you know, as you go. In comes another one, and from the outside you can actually hear the whickering of horses now. And you hear, yes, no, you stay here at the door. We don't want you inside. And you hear, all right, go. So what? I just stand out here. Yes. What in the light? Yes. All right, fair enough. Do a bloody job. Yeah, all right. Comes round the corner. Oh, I'm not first. Well, you know. He said, of course I'm going to be here first. Says the one with the hood down. Big fat man. Goes, right, so, let's light up. Candle. Chance of spotting you isn't high, because he's not really looking, but I am going to roll just in case you fumble your stealth checks in return.
Do I have to take this because I got stealth urban alley cat, so it's only if they're actively looking for me?
Correct. I don't need one for you.
I think you're the same.
Do we have advantage because we've been prepared for so long?
Oh yes, absolutely. You're definitely in a strong position here. In fact, you can reverse fails. You're in such a good position.
Oh, 2 successes then.
Nice.
I'm still gonna re-roll.
Give me a Sage. I think you've got alley cat.
No, I don't have.
Oh,
Three
do you not? I thought
successes.
you did.
Nice. Nice.
Unfortunately, 3 successes.
That'll do just fine. As he pops on over, wanders round, lights up, goes back. Then another one comes round. A young man this time, about maybe 14, 15. As he goes, hello everyone. And so is your cousin here yet? He says, no, not yet. And looks round. Well, looks like we're about ready. I'll get the candles. And he goes out, picks up a bag, and pops down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles around there. Each one of them is black.
Not good.
Each one of them lit. Ping, 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 ping. And that's the first time that ping, something feels a little bit off about that circle to the pair of you. To anyone with the sight. You don't even need a test for that one. It just feels a little bit wrong.
No.
You
I've
don't
got
have the
elf
sight.
sight. No, we've talked about this. We need to. Yeah.
To you. Elves.
Cast.
As he then moves over and pops up onto that crate there, starts swinging his legs. So where's your cousin? He says, he's just coming. He'll be in a moment, don't worry. Boom, boom, boom. Out. Purple robe bag opens up. Yeah. You gonna let me in? Come on in. And the place fills up. Until we have ourselves 7 purple robed men. They're all men. Every last one of them.
Corrupt.
Yeah,
Bring down the patriarchy. Am I
quite.
right?
Right.
They talk amongst themselves. So how Drake's going to go? It's going to be fine. I'm a little bit hungry. Anyone want a glass of wine? Oh, yeah, a glass of wine.
If these lot are nobles, then we're obviously
They're not nobles.
no, just poshos.
Cancelled.
They're
Just
not even
merchants
really
putting on
poshos.
their
They're
voices.
people.
Rituals.
Yeah, you reckon these are almost certainly merchants.
Posers.
Yeah.
Middle class.
The incensed face.
Bourgeoisie pretenders.
Yep.
So they're not going to be chatting about politicky bits.
No.
Tariffs and
They
such.
do. They do, however, have a general direction for their conversation. It is getting rich. One of them even says, "Well, once we're done here, we're going to be a bit bigger than bloody Marienburg, aren't we? Yeah, Marienburg." He says, "Well,
Just for clarification, has Chugan come?
nope,
No.
no sign of him yet.
Interesting. So just a
7.
little demon boy.
He's just sitting there swinging his feet as another creak comes from the main double doors. And, evening, gentlemen. Dugan, tall, pale, dressed as, obviously, the rich merchant that he is. As he comes in, he's got himself a valise, which he puts down, cracks open, pulls out a purple robe.
What's a valise?
A case.
Okay.
Something that every noble should know.
Sure.
Every servant should have every noble should have a servant who knows.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Yeah, quite.
Yeah.
It's something your servant carries.
He pulls the purple oud and pops it over. Let's pop these dudes out.
Alamanawai is fixing her eyes on him to make sure he doesn't get lost in the purple robed people. It's like that
bet
cup
his
game.
The shell game of
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll have
a fancy
gold
flare
trim
on his
or
robe.
something.
He does not.
He does not. So so that like she
He's
gets
also really tall, isn't he?
He is really tall and he's much thinner than some of these
Yeah.
people.
It's like
So
that
she's
game
just-
with the cup and the pea.
Yeah, it's
Give
just
them
with
over
the
our-
winds of magic and Morrslieb, your eye can be fooled.
Yeah.
So fixing her
Follow the
beady
not
eye.
vampire.
Which one is he? Just-
He is that one, right there.
Okay.
Good to know.
Do you wanna
As he rubs his hands together and says, "Settle down, everybody. We're not due to start," he says, "for a bit of time yet. So does anybody have any questions before we get going?" As
Have we arranged for like a secret signal or anything?
No.
Start time.
if only, as one of them says,
We're
"Do-
relying on you two with your battle tongue to
Do we
tell the
really
people on
need
both
to
sides.
have? Do we really need to have a sacrifice? Or couldn't we, use like a goat or something? No, unfortunately, he says. It is the only way for this last ritual. It would have been fine if we hadn't been disturbed. But we were disturbed, which means we also have to consecrate this particular area. But that awfulness aside, the signs are very good. Councillor, says one of the purple robes. Oh, do you think it's wise to do it when the moon is the way it is? Yes, he says. It's the very reason the moon is the way it is. Right. I mean, right. Well, I did warn you. This is going to be a working quite unlike anything that has been done before. Just as was done in Marienburg. He says, within 50 years, we will be independent and we will all be rich. Beyond your wildest dreams. Yeah, all right. I mean, don't worry. He says, it's just some woman we plucked from the streets.
Hey.
So, he says, oh, don't worry. She all handled that, says the big, fatter one on the other side. She'll be here at 11th bell. Good. I've organised an alternative as well. He says,
Can Elric try and lean back to catch the father's perception, just to say we act before the sacrifice? As in battle tongue.
Yeah.
The kid hops down. Makes his way over here.
Oh, don't do that.
Picks up the candle. Walks back over here. Makes his way around. And whispers.
Can I hear?
Do you speak language magic?
No.
You definitely hear sounds. Yes. I agree. He says. And the kid smiles and goes, well, I'll go see if it's ready then. Pops around. Goes out the front. You hear from the kid. Only you, because it's quite a low chuckle.
Like, whatever language battle is for.
Child is the first to be killed.
Dugan folds his arms and says, shouldn't be long now. And indeed it's not. The woman is led in by the boy. She's dressed in rather filthy street clothes and does not look like she's entirely there. Her eyes are moving in time to her slightly drunken movements as he says, just this way, don't worry, just this way. And leads her down where she sits cross-legged to begin with, and then just sort of slouches in the centre of the circle. Right, says Dugan. Yeah, right, says the boy. Looks up. Looks over at him. Yeah, about now, I think. Dugan says, are you all ready? And they nod around the circle. And then he speaks some words. There's no flourish of a dagger or attempt to sacrifice as of yet. But these are the words of magic, something that both of you know. Do yourself a test, language magic.
Me too.
Yes, you too.
4 successes.
Oh, nice.
Do we have advantage?
Nope.
No success.
So 4 successes. So it's interesting actually because it is a ritual about gathering money. But there's more to it. And after the first words come out, you can already hear the obvious nature of the words that are being spoken. They are clear, well-spoken use of the lingua praestantia, and all the way through, you can hear that. Come on, already beginning to gather just at the words, but underneath it all, your stomach almost falls through you with fear as you can hear it. It's attempting to draw the moon down. It's attempting to open the moon. And you can hear it. You're looking at, for your first few I mean, there's a sentence or two where you have to pull it together and you're listening to it. But by the third sentence, you can hear the underpinning part. Fourth sentence, yep. It's about every 9th utterance has got an undertone. And you don't think Tugan's even aware of it. It looks like Tugan is not doing the ritual he thinks he's doing. That another ritual's been laced through the ritual. Very possibly, he's not above board. He's considering doing a human sacrifice. But it sounds like, at least to your ears, that he may be as much a dupe in this as everybody else.
That's the little boy.
Little boy, currently sitting here, smiling. And he then dances forward to here, then dances forward to here, then here, and draws a knife from...
Really, out of character. Elric's plan was totally just to drop an inferno on it.
Seems fine.
It's going to kill the
It's going to kill the
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
Can't do that.
He will not do that.
Yeah.
Can you drop an inferno just on Tugan?
Can
How
he,
precise is it?
Kind of in the name.
It might be a localized
Really a
inferno.
targeted inferno.
Do you have a localized inferno?
can
Let me
it
check.
be
Hot-
this
hot-
way?
High intensity barbecue?
Yeah.
Thermite? No?
So
Mid-
while they're
Inferno.
deciding what they're going to do, we'll give them a moment to have a break. And we're back in the room. It's fair to say that the PCs, with their discussion, didn't come up with a good plan. So let's see what happens.
Metagaming!
So, best plan ever. So, let's just quickly remind ourselves where we were. 8 cultists, because let's call them that, are gathered in a circle. And a boy has danced through the middle of that to grab a knife from the lead cultist, just as the lead cultist, who we know to be Councillor Tugan, utters the word crystal labyrinth in the language of magic.
Would Elric think that he could dispel this, or has anything actually happened?
The
It's
answer
still-
is no. Because a ritual is quite unlike a spell.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's effectively a long path that they walk along, and if they reach the end of the path and they haven't made any mistakes, the ritual will come to pass, regardless of who's there to try and stop it. It won't be stopped. You can't dispel it, but you can stop the path. You can do something that disrupts the ritual. The question is, what disrupts the ritual? It might not be the person casting it. He might no longer be required. That part of the ritual may longer be passed. It could be just the stabbing, but that might also not be required given that, and I am giving more than I normally would do, but you did crit. Given that they're just doing that to potentially consecrate it, it might be that the ritual will go off regardless. It might not, that might just be a part of it that makes it certain. It might be that it needs all 8. It might be that it needs the kid in the middle. You just don't know.
There could also be several different sites all happening at this time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because there were 49 in the order.
And before we do
my
begin, I am
gosh.
doing the best thing for any Scottish person. I am drinking Iron Brew Extra with tropical extras because it's so warm here. Thank you, Kath.
Just you hoping that we'll get sponsored by Iron Brew and we'll get
We totally won't.
If you're listening,
Hey, Iron Brew, if you're listening. I also have a nice cream Iron Brew. I'm so Scottish.
You are. It's true.
I mean,
So-
Nairn's oat biscuits.
We really are. Given everyone's clearly waiting for the wizard to make the choice, do you do it now or are you going to wait? And I will incrementally make things progress.
he can't watch an innocent person get killed.
That seems
That's
fair.
just-
So, given you're the one breaking, what are you doing to break it all?
Well, before he will kind of make the step up, he'll language battle to the father to say, we're going. And then he will stand up and begin to channel.
Excellent. Okay, so that means you two get first round. So, language battle boy, what's your plan?
I am going to intone a blessing of righteousness.
Righteousness!
And I'm going to reach my hands out and touch Gerhardt and Alamenoith.
Absolutely perfect. I hope the blessing goes well.
As do I. As do I. It passed. Oh, but yeah, no. Again, I get +1 for thingy. So yeah. So 2.
Excellent. And it goes.
Nice.
Both of your weapons count as magical.
Oh, that could be a game changer.
All
5
of the
successes.
arrows?
So you've just got
All
yourself
your
5. Now, because of the ritual, I'm going to roll a dice.
Can I also say, like, would the channel also ignite the...
You will need to do a channeling test to ignite them, so it
Just
won't
them.
do it. Yeah, it'll be a separate channeling test. So if you want to do that first, you can.
Yeah, that'll be the first one.
So that'll be the first one. Nothing extra seems to happen. It's fine.
Oh, that's brilliant. This game's so easy.
You're
And
lit.
the staff as well.
So I'm going to see if anybody notices this. Ooh,
You're lit.
sorry. Heh.
Lit, bro.
Yeah.
Right, so there's looking in this direction, only really one, but he's far more concentrating on this. Your prayer is quite some distance away. There's a chance that he'll catch it, but it's pretty low. I'm rolling that. Clearly, he's not paying attention. Demon,
This is his moment.
boy.
What do we mean?
Demon twists round and will go for the girl,
Oi.
which means we're in round 1. Highest initiative is, in terms of those who are actually doing an action, the demon. The boy. He's just a boy. He's an innocent boy. Just an innocent boy.
About to kill.
Who, with his blade, dives down and slits the throat of the
You
woman.
tried.
Didn't try hard enough.
Yeah, she's dead. Blood spills out across the center, and it causes all of the candles at that point to twist from being normal flames to pink and blue sparkly flames that rise higher.
She's definitely dead. Not bleeding out.
From here, who can say?
Well, I might hear her heartbeat.
Amongst all the chanting, probably not.
Probably not, to be fair.
Alamenoith, you are next. What is your plan? They've stood up. He's stood up. He's definitely going. And over there, the father has started praying. So, what are you doing?
Right. You and me, right? Yeah, we're doing it.
What's the plan?
She is going to, can she, by
Yes.
standing up,
Yes.
see the candles?
And she moves over into a place where she can see them with line of sight,
Or
surely.
up on top of a crate? Perch on a
And
crate?
there's people in the way of some of them. Where there's not people in the way, yes, because they're down on the ground. The most obvious one is the one opposite here. That one opposite there, perhaps if you move over to there, you just basically need to draw a line of sight to some of them. So you're going.
Yeah, she's going to shoot a
Reverse
candle.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over there, and you go for a candle. Tiny target, reverse successes.
But plus 20 because of the
crit,
range,
crit.
right?
No, reverse successes.
But you've got advantage because accurate bow.
I do. So that is a success.
Yes.
1 success.
Boom. The arrow flies over, goes through, and turns into a bird as it hits the flame.
I
And
wasn't
lifts up.
aiming for the flame. I was aiming quite specifically for the candle.
Turns into a bird as it
Hey, that might
crosses
knock the
over.
candle over.
Yeah.
The bird flaps, twists into a mouse, falls to the ground, and for a brief moment extends to a crocodile, full length, and then slips into nothingness. That causes some reactions here, but Birdie is higher in initiative.
Is there any chance
Does
the
the
crocodile
candle go
knocks
out?
any candles
Well,
off?
we'll get to that in a moment. Birdie will react before they do, and I will explain what they do when we get there. Hey, Birdie, you're over there. What's your plan?
I'm gonna delay.
Delay, held. Gerhardt, there's something going on up there as this guy goes flying backwards.
Yeah.
This one backs off. This one looks around, utterly confused. He continues to chant.
So I have a
And
question.
our little demon boy in the centre
Smells.
looks up over in that direction and looks at you. Can I please have a cool test. Reverse successes.
That's a fail.
You're pinned to the spot, cannot move, take any actions, do anything.
Hey.
As it looks directly at you. And a rainbow of colour
Should I spend my fortune
fringes
point?
around your eyes as little feathers prickle at the edges. Gerhardt.
I need
What's Gerhardt doing?
blather. Right, now, I'm just asking the question.
Yes.
Do I need to be within audible distance?
A blather generally works to people who will be willing to listen to you. So it would work, for example, at a guard who was sitting at a thing.
Sure.
You go up to him, you go blah blah blah, and the guard's like, "Yeah, what?"
I'm never going to use this skill.
Socially stunned.
Some of the other cultists might listen to you if you start talking as a noble. Chugin won't. No, Chugin won't. The demon won't. But the other cultists, if they're
But
dupes,
they're not.
I thought the whole idea
Yeah,
is,
exactly.
is you say something that's so ridiculous and out there that people just stop and pause and go, what?
Yeah,
is
but
that
when
is
you're in
largely what it
conversation,
does.
you have to think of it like social combat. So if you're in a conversation with someone, you stun them into silence with your blather. You're not
Okay,
in a
doesn't help.
conversation with
Right,
them.
no, let's
You're
do it.
like
Here
an
we
actual
go.
combat.
Yeah, right, okay.
Young
On we go. Yes, exactly. Rapier! Charge!
And you are all the way over
Yeah,
here.
just run me as far as I can go.
So that's not
let's
that
do
far.
it.
Running you as far as you can go would be an athletics test to sprint.
Let's do it, baby.
No. 6, 7, 8. That's where you get to, and each success you get in an athletics test will take you another square.
Well, so who's this guy in front of me? It's just one of the blokes, isn't
That's
it?
one of the blokes.
Athletics. Ooh. If it's a fail, I stack it, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
No, Phil doesn't.
Okay,
sorry, I
fine.
misunderstood
Stay
you.
with me.
Just
So
need-
stop there.
yeah, I'll just pull you back a little bit. Okay, Leopold.
Well, I think Leopold will feel emboldened by this and will start marching forwards. So how far can I go on like a normal walk?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Only 4.
I thought that was cautious.
Actually, that is cautious.
Yeah.
No, you're correct, which means that on
I've
the
learned
charge you could
something.
have reached there. No, in fact, you
I
could have
could've.
reached. No, you could have reached. That was my fault
Yeah.
entirely.
Or
Yeah,
could he have
so-
actually charged
So
past
you could
him?
have charged. You can do
Where
You
is
can
the
fight this
boy?
dude if you
Where's
want.
the boy?
He's in the middle.
Can I get to him?
No,
Hey.
in the way.
that
You could
person
shoulder
in.
barge him from behind.
Yeah, push him out of the way.
Or into him.
Yeah,
Or into a candle.
I'm gonna
You
throw.
can do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna push him into
the
the
candle.
Barge. Okay, go
into
for
the
it.
circle.
Do yourself. It's melee.
Oh wow.
Brawling.
Melee roll.
You have
I
advantage
think
for the
you're
charge.
probably going
Yeah.
to win this one.
Okay. All right. Another charge. Yeah. So that is 4 successes.
I fumbled on a 0-0 as this chap, a merchant, clearly not expecting someone to barge him in the back, gets pushed right in there. In fact, I fumbled so badly, sprawls to the ground, pushes into the boy, who
Hopefully
just
it'll break eye contact. with
darts
me.
back and indeed does break eye contact.
Okay. Cool. Does that?
Thank you, Gerhard.
Did I need to follow up in terms of the shift? It's part of the charge. Or can I stay in this
You
circle
can
like I
now
was?
you can choose which
I'll
one.
stay
you-
in that circle.
Yeah, you
That's
want to
great.
stay back.
Did he
Yeah,
hit the
that's
candle
good.
as he fell?
Yeah. Did he turn it into a crocodile and or elephant?
He did neither of those two things.
Shame.
Okay, so
Damn it.
you've
Would you like
got
to
another
see
4
that?
squares. If you
So
want.
I will walk another 4 squares. And then, since I suspect things are about to get scary,
Yes.
Leopold will attempt to become a beacon of virtue to his party.
Go, Leopold. Bless you and your beacon of virtueness.
Yes, Leopold will become a beacon of virtue.
Marvellous. So what does that do so that everyone knows?
It means everybody's fearless, baby, who can see me.
Everyone
is
with
why I
line of
walk in
sight
front.
to Father Leopold does not need to do fear tests.
Nice.
Right.
Pretty much
Cool.
everyone.
They also, if they get any broken conditions, they lose them immediately. They get the fearless talent. And I cause fear 1 in enemies of Sigmar,
Oh, lovely.
which
Nice.
hopefully includes that little boy.
What's going to be, Yume?
Well, he's not a mate, is he?
You may will also try
Ice cream.
to pray to disappear. And
You ain't seen me, right?
right? Hopefully. Yeah, that is 5 successes.
And as the battle took place atop the pyramid, Renald decided that it was not in her best interest to stay, and danced off aside. Where are you going to?
She will move closer to behind those front left side of the crate. But while she's passing by Birdie, she will tap her and go. Like, she won't say make a sound because that'll dispel it. But like she'll she'll make the sign to not say anything. And then she'll
As Birdie charges. Ah! You can at any point interrupt if you wish to do so, but
Well-
you'll have an action or a move according
Yeah.
to your preference.
I'm going. Well, I'll go after Elric, and I'm going to use my sling from where
Okay,
I am.
so you are Eric.
You're going to begin walking towards the table.
Hop over. That'll take one
Yeah.
movement. So that's 3, and you can get to there for 4. You can just
You
type
go
out the table
behind
first.
it.
Yep,
and
sounds
he's
perfect.
Channeling.
Channeling.
8 successes.
8 success. Love it. Do love the number 8.
Got a lot of
Yeah.
candles around as well.
So he's at technically 11 right now. with
No,
his
he's
stuff.
not. He's at 39.
That's even better.
Whoa! As the candles flare high.
Oh.
It's all fine.
All of the candles? Is
Yes.
one knocked over?
All of them.
you try.
I
Sounds
tried.
like Birdie.
I genuinely thought the crocodile would do it.
Can I aim for the chanting guy?
Him, no, you've got no line of sight.
Okay, who
There's-
can
everything is between you and them. You can see that one. You can not quite. Yeah, that's.
I? I'll go for him then.
Go for it.
Can't move. 'cause
Oh
I'm
yeah,
delayed.
'cause you're delayed.
But you
yeah.
could move instead of acting.
You could move, and it also
Yeah,
wouldn't
'cause-
break your. You ain't seen me, right?
Oh, I didn't realise I had
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
You're being
even
quiet.
better. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I
You
just.
could
I
just
th-
come up to there, for example,
Yeah,
and no one's going to be aware that you're there, and just jump on anyone that you want next round.
I really like that. I just thought you just wanted me to not let on that you were going past.
no.
If I can roll back to my
Nice.
turn, just Elric will kind of shout out and go, I'm going to do what I did the last time, just as a heads up for everyone to
Okay.
basically.
That's every time.
Top of the round. Top of the round. Demon. What's it gonna do? Having seen that, it tried to warn you, Gerhardt.
Libron.
It tried to warn you. It takes on its true form. The skin that it's wearing sloughs off, and it bursts free from it. Fortunately, there's a beacon of holiness behind you that you can't see.
I'm right by him though.
Nope, doesn't count. Fear test, please.
If he goes backwards, though.
Yeah, but if you run away, you'll immediately rally when you see me.
that's
Yeah,
So,
it's the
yeah,
truth.
Fear is
Actually, cool.
cool.
Is it 'cause I'm
Daddy.
cool?
Daddy. I should also say I'm also
Also that
glowing as if I'm a torch.
Of course you are. Right, with the whole, you failed.
Failed.
Marvelous.
2 fail.
Good. That's what we like to hear. It will immediately do the first of its casting attempts. And I have succeeded. Is anyone attempting to dispel?
Yes.
If you do that, if you've got a spell, you're not doing a spell just now, you're just channeling, so you're fine, go for it. How many successes you've got?
6 successes.
I've got 14.
Did I do it?
You did not. As the spell lashes out,
Just
You'll
showing
reduce
off.
how much he can overcast though, so that's something.
and does
Lots.
its arm unfurls in your direction. As it does, fire licks out from many mouths that go down its length, and it flares up high, yellow, green, blue, and then almost entirely pink as it blasts through your face for 38 damage.
38's a lot.
Are you okay?
No dodge, nothing.
You can attempt to try and get out of the way with the dodge test.
If I would be able to, that
Yes,
would
you
be
can.
nice.
That's a reaction that you can do.
Okay.
Dodge
Come
test.
on.
Come on. You can do it.
I have done it. Oh, what do I need to do to win?
It's just standard dodge test.
Okay, 1 success.
One success, that's enough.
Whoa.
If you've got a square to move to the side, you do. That means, oh no, you're still taking damage. Sorry,
If it's any consolation, you'll probably see me as you dive though.
18 damage.
Take off toughness.
Toughness,
bonus.
armor.
Toughness bonus comes off.
So that's only 14.
It ignores armor.
Okay, so -3.
Minus 3. Oh, well, plus 3 critical. Lovely.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Why not?
You're not dead. That's your arm. As your entire arm scorches up, and it's going to be a bit pink for a while. You've got yourself a pink arm, at least for the moment.
That's not awful, but it's okay.
It
So I've just got to pin
burns.
calm. Okay,
It's your
yeah.
left. You
Right.
can't use your left arm.
It's your left arm, no?
Yeah, I know.
And it's all kind of pink. As is anything worn along that length. What are you wearing there?
Well, I lost my jacket, so
Yes.
quite a flamboyant
On fire shirt. Lovely.
on fire shirt.
Yes, marvellous.
That helps.
A lovely flamboyant shirt. Everyone within 1 square of where he is as a target point, that's him, and him takes 18 damage as
Can
well.
I dodge to step back from that?
You can take a dodge. Go. I'm going to attempt to do it too.
Yeah.
My merchant's the best. He fumbles, dodges into the heart, and takes double the damage. Love it!
I succeeded.
That's his
4
second
successes.
fumble. He's the worst. You can dodge right out of it. That means you don't take damage at the secondary target. He, as the idiot that he is,
Immolated.
takes the full damage and immolates.
Yeah.
For just a brief moment, there is a blue and pink skeleton
It's like Mars
that then just goes and vanishes.
If that wasn't awful, it would be awesome.
Swirling spirits rise up from it and gather about 8 feet up.
Oh, that's not good.
While you're worrying about that, it will then cast its second spell.
Oh, no.
That's not fair!
That's not fair!
It's
Toys.
deeply unimpressed that it hasn't killed him. In fact, that big it probably hasn't even realised it's not killed him.
It's
yet.
killed somebody. I think he has killed him.
Yeah, I'm quite happy saying that he's
Great big
he's
scumbag.
arrogant. He's a bit foolish. He thinks you've dived at big boom.
There is a skeleton
There's
there.
a skeleton there, yeah, quite.
was
So
a skeleton.
Skeleton there.
but sadly, it's either Gerhardt or Leopold, given what I've got, and Leopold's in the way. So it's going to. I mean, Gerhardt's in the way, so it's going to be Gerhardt. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I've cast. Is anyone dispelling? You
I'll
can't. You already
dispel.
have.
You try to be brave. This is what gets you.
1 success.
That takes me down by one. Bullshit.
Good
That was
That's
success.
the good elf bullshit.
At this juncture, we will take the elf bullshit.
That was just enough
Just
to take it
a
under the casting
sneaky
number.
whisper under her
so
breath.
the second one's failed. It will now do its movement, and it will dance forward. And what does it see?
Which raises the question: is it an enemy of Sigmar?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Do you have
Then does it
reaction
not have to
strike?
take a fear test to come closer to
Do
me?
you have reaction strike?
It probably will.
It
but
did.
It's got
It
very.
did.
I imagine its willpower
Yes,
is
it did.
insane.
Absolutely. As it will now attempt to tear you to ribbons with as many tentacles.
Nice.
Did you get a magic weapon?
Yeah, good
Oh,
amount.
that's something at least.
expecting
Did
that.
you pass your fear test? I can't recall.
I did not.
He didn't,
pass
but
my
surely as
test.
he dived away, he will have seen me, no? Removing his broken condition.
Well, he would have turned
He had-
to run.
Yeah.
Seen the
He
He
went,
didn't have a
"Ah."
broken condition because it's not terror.
Okay.
I'm going to let you do a perception test. If you
okay.
pass this, then yeah, I'm going to let that spell go. But otherwise, you're just clearly no, cool. That sounds good. So yeah, perfect.
Nice.
You don't need to do this test. So I have got 7 successes
Oh,
on my
yes.
attempt to strike you.
Against the fighting. Crit, baby.
Yes!
One crit.
Lash back with your magic
magical
weapon. Oh, this is going to give it a shock. Love it. How many successes did you get? Remember to roll again. To...
Just,
Oh,
to
yes.
roll
Yeah,
again.
roll again, 'cause
Oh,
you can-
come on, give me another one.
Because he's probably going to hit you too.
No.
No. So that's 1 success.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take it down to 6
what is-
successes. So it strikes you,
It's not
but
bad.
you also crit back. You got a plus a 1 crit,
just a
so it's a
one
minor
crit.
one. So you lash forward, but importantly, do hurt it. As it slices through and it causes fire to burst across its mutating face.
I want a magic.
And horror spills across its face. And anger and a host of other emotions you don't really want to think about as its eyes bore into you. Reflexive action to freeze you in spot. I fumbled it! It does not work!
It sees its own reflection in his eyes. And it is pinned to
Terrifies
the
itself.
Utterly shocked at what's just occurred. Unfortunately, though, it does hit you with... is 18 damage. As its tentacles
that's fine.
lash out, it's still got the hit on you, even though you critted it back in turn, and tear through you.
Yeah.
Do I sense a fate point?
You do, baby.
Fate point, your choice. You can be down and out, which means you will not lose any more fate points for this session. You're just out. Or alternatively, you just avoid this blow. You're still up. You can still do stuff, but you might lose more fate points. What's it gonna be, Gerhardt, baby?
Tough choice.
You've got loads.
Do I take that? I have got a few.
You've got loads. And he won't be expecting you, because you've not gone this round yet, have you?
No.
So he won't be expecting you to turn around and stab him in the
I've got
face.
fast, haven't I?
You could have probably... Yeah.
I was asking you that, but I got
I
mixed
thought
up.
this was a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Not today, sunshine. I'm standing.
Love it!
Yes.
As they all come unfurling towards you and pass through you. As it rakes back, and you just stand there, bathed in the holy light of Sigmar, seemingly unaffected. The look of anger and triumphant turns into abject horror as it realizes it's done nothing to you. Alamenawaith,
Just before let's
would you like to do your
let's
fast?
Come on.
He's cutting in them fast.
Yeah.
I'm going to also give you advantage.
Because I think I had it anyway.
No, you lost the combat. You lost the combat, but you got a crit in though.
Well, you've got advantage anyway.
You lost the combat though, so you'd have lost your advantage.
Yeah, you got it and then lost it
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah, totally.
But I have it again?
Yes.
Yes, because
yeah,
of that.
Nice,
definitely.
Distant, like running away.
Mhm.
Oh, he's frozen in place, isn't he?
Yeah.
No.
Appears to be.
Yeah.
Is he though?
So
I mean, that was your
Stab
guess.
him
That's
in
maybe
the
why
Yes.
that's maybe why you've got advantage.
stab and run. We're gonna go stab and run.
You're gonna go stab and run.
It's an impale crit,
It's
baby!
a fail crit. It 100% is as well. So that's
Roll again. See how many successes we get.
6.
that's maximum.
Even with it.
Yeah.
Even
So
with
You don't roll again on an impale.
Oh, you're right. You don't roll
Oh,
again.
yeah,
Okay,
anyway,
no,
so,
that's right. Because you just get the number that's there.
six crit. That's a 6 crit. That is.
Plus your damage.
Plus
No, you
damage.
do roll again.
Oh,
Okay,
do
okay.
you?
Yeah, we
Oh,
decided
okay.
that.
Oh, okay.
Just to make
It
sure.
doesn't matter.
Because the second number does matter for where he's hit.
Oh, right.
Although,
so
let's be
reverse
honest, this demon is somewhat
That was the
amorphous.
left leg.
Which turns into its left arm in
Well,
no
you
time
reverse
at all. But you got a +1, was it?
But
Plus
Okay,
6.
that's the
Plus
second one.
6.
Plus 6.
66, did you?
Yeah.
No,
No, I rolled
she got
60.
60, which is a
Oh,
+6 impale critical.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
As you tear down the length of its leg, slicing
Sorry,
down
it's-
its leg,
it's his
causing.
body.
Pardon?
It's body.
Was it a
not
body
leg.
hit? Oh, even better, right
My
into the
mistake.
centre of it. Okay, as you
Go for the
tear
heart.
open a hole, and it causes it to burn
I can
back
do it.
from your blade, creating quite a large hole in the centre of it, as a face opens up here to look at the horror that's occurring there, and goes, ah! And another one opens there, ah! And another one opens on its arm and looks at it, ah! As it backs away and does an instinctual teleport.
Whoa, that's very useful. Okay, right. So
Which means you are free to just move off
Nice.
if you wish.
yeah. So using supernumerate, I quickly count the faces, and I get the hell out of dodge.
Blather each one.
Excuse me. 12!
Yeah.
Where do you want to go to?
That's perfect. Sure. let's
Perfect,
go
back there. That sounds
Yeah.
good. Alamenawaith.
Well, that's perfect. Leopold's sort of in my way, but can I...
You're on top of the crate, aren't you?
Yeah. So what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to just sidestep so I can see the demon.
So you're going to move and then shoot.
Or climb on top.
Or two.
No, I want
Up
to
there,
be...
you can
No,
shoot
she
over.
wants to be able to duck down after.
Fair. Fair.
So over there?
Yep.
Cool.
Shoot the demon. Remember,
You don't
her...
have the talent that lets you fire from a square around you, do you?
Not
No, I
yet,
don't think
no.
so, no.
But she does have magical... What's it?
Stop the...
She was...
Stop the...
So what are you doing? I have literally no
Well,
idea what
how?
you're talking about. What are you doing?
Well, they're telling me to stop the ritual.
What are
so
you doing?
I'm shooting the
There we
demon.
go.
Yeah, quite right. 2.
5 successes.
5. Give me damage, please.
Oh, sorry, it's not in here. 1 second.
Whew, it's hot in here.
Is it hot?
Yeah, it's hot in here. You have no idea how hot it is in this room right now.
Do
It's
not-
all that fire coming from the bloody demon.
Yeah.
So,
Do
how we
not go
do?
on to the next lyric.
This guy.
16 damage.
16, nice to go off, and that takes it to that. Lovely. The demon howls.
Then ducking.
Right, your initiative is?
57.
Yep, you're next.
Okay, I am going to use my sling because I don't really want to run into combat.
Yep, and who are you slinging?
Tugan, who's chanting if I can.
Yeah, it's sort of.
I mean, if I hit the
He's
demon on
prone,
the
the guy
way.
in the
Okay,
middle.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that.
You got pushed.
Oh yeah, he
No,
got
he
pushed
pushed
down there.
down.
You're right.
Yeah.
Totally did. I'll
Yeah.
pop him down that way so we recall.
Okay.
So yeah, you got a clean shot at Tugan.
Okay. I'm not as good with my sling.
Crit.
0 successes.
The
So,
barest
give
of
me damage.
passes, but it's a pass.
How much damage?
10 points damage.
Way.
So 11 altogether.
Whack! Where did you hit?
So that would be
Head.
Head.
Pong! Right into his
It doesn't have pummel, does it?
purple.
Your bullets?
Yes, it does.
He's got to make a toughness test or be stunned.
Oh, perfect shot! And he passes. Just.
Still.
Which is good. What's your initiative?
My initiative is 45.
Tugan's next. So, Tugan is going to cast a spell.
Did I give you the damage for my strike?
Oh, you didn't do the normal wounds, no. You just did the crit.
Yeah, we just did the crit, I think.
That was the reverse on it. And when you did the damage, when you did
No,
the
he
attack,
did as a pale crit. We did the plus 6
yeah,
crit.
you're
we
right.
didn't do the
No, you
damage.
didn't give me the damage. It's plus 6.
Yeah, so I
plus
think
all the rest.
12 overall on that.
Thanks. You're right, didn't. And
Good to
ouch. Alrighty. Tugan. What does he see?
Not me.
Can't see me. I'm the gingerbread.
Yeah, Tugan's going to fire
I can only see
down.
Leopold.
I mean,
Yeah.
my role is to draw fire.
Elric
That
got
is
a dispel, though,
literally.
right?
If it's a new round and you haven't
new
already
round.
dispelled the demon.
Do I
Yeah,
break?
Yeah.
the demon was the last round.
No, the
No,
demons
no,
was the
it's
start of this
Andy.
round.
Yeah,
Oh,
start
was
of
it?
Yeah.
Andy, do I
Sugar.
break? You ain't seen me yet.
By firing a thing at him, yes, you do.
That's fine.
So I go over
You're
there
okay.
and have plus 8 on that as well. That means I have 21. Ouch. And boom! Fires at center there. Everything within 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, everyone.
Can I dodge?
In there. You can do a dodge, and a dodge will move you a single square.
Oh, that'll take me out if I dodge.
So,
Go diagonally, right?
Yeah.
and would that
Yes.
work
Yes,
for me as
success.
well?
Success. So you can go on that
Can
way.
I go diagonally that way?
You go. Did you pass?
I passed as well.
Yep.
That's twice
going to
tonight
use
I
my
have
last
passed dodge
action
with the
point.
agility boost that I bought at the start of the session.
Twice. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. You're going to get caught in it.
No, I'm gonna go diagonally.
Which
No,
way? That way? You're
yeah.
still 1, 2, 3, 4. I've still got you.
Oh, okay.
Gerhard?
Gerhard, diagonal back one.
Yeah,
Thank
down
you.
back
Yeah.
1. Excellent. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're still in range.
Yeah.
You, mate?
Am I?
Yeah, sadly.
Can I go one further because
from
I've got
Birdie,
movement
4.
5?
That's who he was aiming at.
Yeah, birdie.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright.
Fuck.
Bullshit.
Could I go
So
Sorcerer
that
bullshit.
way?
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. That'll pull you down behind the barrel and make it less likely you'll be in the full blast. Love it.
Can I move at all?
Yes, you can. If you
Right.
passed your dodge.
I did.
Excellent.
Closer to everyone.
It's like, where's everybody going? Yeah, I want to move that way.
You bitch.
He bellows words of
range
magic. Look, Dawari! And calls, and a massive explosion of black spills
Oh,
out
nasty.
with tendrils wriggling through it that latch on to anybody caught up on the inside. Anyone that's caught up, immediately do a strength test. Yeah, strength. Sorry.
A crit.
Oh,
Eleven.
crit.
You're fine. Oh, wow, 2
Nice.
crits. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, immune to that part of it. Not a
7
crit.
fails.
7 fails, well done. Yeah, more fails. If you have
5
failed,
fails.
which is clearly the case
Yeah.
in both those places, you next round can only do a move or an action.
Fine
Your
with me.
choice.
That's okay. I
Now
can live with that.
damage.
Oh, shit.
no.
Sorry. Sorry. 29 for Birdie. 14 for Yume. 21 for Almena-wife.
Do we take off toughness?
Yes, 21 for Gerhardt. Sorry, Gerhardt. Elric, 1, 2,
was
3.
out.
Sorry.
Yeah, he was out.
you-
From the original point.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, me and
I
my
don't want to play
counting.
anymore.
18 for you. Oh, no, sorry. I've got your one wrong, Gerhardt. You take 15.
I take 15.
Yeah, but you get your toughness off it.
Still.
So what?
Remember, you always count as having 0 wounds. You don't have negative wounds, so...
Oh, so I'm still on 0.
At what point do you go from negative to survivable to fate point territory?
it depends on what you roll. You just so how much you take.
I mean,
So
you
I
can
took
let Andy roll it
25.
before
I
you
had
decide.
11.
So that's 20, 14. Pardon me.
lose a
14.
And you're taking after this bonus off that.
Decide you want to keep.
That is taking my
Stick with
toughness.
it.
Okay,
bonus.
so plus you are going to explode.
I'm probably going to need to use a fate point. aren't
So your
I?
choice is, as we had before, you can go down, or alternatively, you can keep going.
can't.
You will survive him. You can't, can you? 1 fate point down! Staying up!
I can't leave.
So
him
in your case, you
unattended.
don't take the damage. That's the important thing to note from the fate point. So you definitely haven't taken the damage.
Okay.
You are fine. As the spell lashes out, I'm going to put you on the other side and splashes by the wall there. Are you on a fate point too?
I don't know.
Okay, what have you got as a plus?
So it would be a +10 critical. Which usually is real bad.
Oh, that's pretty
Can I
bad.
find out what that is before
Yeah, I
I do
totally
the thing?
can. Give me a quick check.
Before
Where
I
is it
spend
here?
the point.
Just in case, he loses an appendage he doesn't really need.
Okay, so
Penis.
yeah, so it's going to wrap around your leg. It's going to yank, and crack as the leg is taken out of its socket entirely. That leg will be unusable, I think, for obvious reasons. Also, it really jars your right bollock. Really jars it in a really sore type way.
Up until that
Are you
point, I
dead?
would've taken
The
fate
answer is
point.
no. Will you ever be able to use that leg again? The answer is you don't know.
So I wasn't going to spend any fate points until you said the bollock thing. Yeah.
That's fair.
So I'll
Yeah.
spend one, but I'm going to go down.
Okay, so you're going to go down and out.
Down.
Flip you over as he collapses over in the corner.
Fair play.
Fair play. You may.
I'm at 0.
Pick up his weapon, someone.
Okay, so that means you're just at 0. You're fine.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, you're just at 0. It's all cool.
Can I use a rapier?
Why not?
Okay, yeah, I mean,
In toughness bonus rounds, if you're still at 0, you will possibly be passing out. But we don't do the whole fall prone at 0 because that's boring. Right, so that sucked.
Hey.
His spell went off. Tugan's feeling pretty goddamn pleased with himself. You idiots for daring to interrupt his ritual. Okay, Father.
So Leopold trained for this. So he's going to walk over very clumsily over to about there.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, and you can confirm for me, Andy, that with a cone, I'll be able to get both the demon and Tugan.
What's the range of it?
Range of 5.
Yes.
Perfect. And then I will call
Pardon
on
me
the
for banging
Silver
everyone.
Flame!
Come on, Leopold. You can
Roll
do it.
99. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's good as well.
Give me the deets.
So,
What have you done to me?
I have blasted them with the Silver Flame. They all are going to take D10 plus 4 damage, ignoring toughness bonus and armor points, and enemies of Sigmar are also stunned.
Oh!
Suck it,
Potentially Chugan.
demon! Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll the D10s?
Oh, yeah.
Although is Tugan-
So, Tugan
He's just getting played, isn't he?
Yeah, but we need to
takes
stop
6
what I'm
wounds.
doing.
Disappointing.
Demon.
Demon takes even worse, 5 wounds.
He's stunned. though.
But he's definitely stunned. And Tugan hopefully stunned, but we don't know.
Bummer for them. You may.
I'm happy with that.
Well,
It's now fair to say that self-defense has...
yes.
Yeah.
Very much
Kicked in.
engaged. Did Tugan stop chanting then if he's been stunned?
We'll find out at the end of the round.
We
But he had
don't
to
know if
cast a
Tugan's
spell,
stunned.
so he
We
would
know
have
the demon's
stopped.
stunned.
Oh, okay. Apologies.
What's going to be you, May?
Since I critted not being tangled up and stuff,
Yep.
do I feel like maybe I'm still not visible?
You don't know. Literally no
Yeah.
idea. What's your plan?
I feel like it is. She is going to be helpful for once and charge.
Excellent. What weapon are you using?
With your special sword.
Oh! Shing!
Delay.
No,
Delay.
no, because then she no.
You charging?
'Cause that's about to get very hot down there.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
but if she delays, she can only move or do an action,
yeah.
so she wouldn't be able to hit anything. What
now
are
the
you
question is, are you going for
And also
Tugan,
Leopold.
or are you going for the demon,
Yeah, but I can
or are you
put it
going
far
between the
enough
pair
back
of
to
them?
Leopold.
Tugan a demon, Tugan a demon, Tugan a demon.
Demon.
Flying over towards the demon. You are within line of sight of him at the beginning, so you can ignore all fear. You don't need to worry about that for charging in as you go pelting across towards there and shing out with your
Yeah.
blade.
As she's running, she will say her little prayer to the sword under her breath, and then she will.
And out comes the
Try and
long
stab
wooden
him.
blade with a very sharp edge. The aged whorl of the wood picks out just slightly in white light until the entire length of the blade every last swirl is gleaming. The closer you get to the demon, the more it gleams. Let's see if you hit it.
Oh god.
Go on.
It's stunned though, right?
Yeah, it's done.
Come on, Yumi.
Right.
You can do it.
That is maybe base.
Yes.
I am definitely. Wait.
Plus 20 because charging.
20.
You got advantage because you're charging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was enough, I think. Yeah, it was. It's 5 successes.
5 successes. That is a successful strike. As the blade slices across, so where did you hit?
It was 50.
So you reverse it, so it's 65 is the body.
Yes, but
Oh, nice! As you slice across it, ribbons of green, blue, pink burst out from its body. It loses its stun. Take a moment to check on it. How much damage did you do in total?
we never.
Tell me how much you've done, and I'll add on what the weapon does because you don't know what it does.
So that was 5 successes.
It was 5
Plus
successes.
strength.
5 plus
Strength.
strength bonus.
Strength with
7.
2, so,
So that's
7.
7. It slides across it, and pure white light bursts from it, causing that tear to widen massively. It splits in two. Its top half held on by the most tenuous of flaming threads as it slams back into the boxes at the back. It shrieks, it shrieks low, it shrieks loud, it shrieks like a child. Its bottom leg here just vanishes. Completely incorporated, disincorporated. The other leg almost grows to twice its normal size. As it bursts out, muscles tear along its length. A face appears on one of it and looks horrified. Little feathers spread across the top of its eyes. It somehow is not yet down. Hey, what's your plan?
Well done.
Yumi's right in the middle now.
I am very in the middle.
We're going to have to adjust his plan.
We've got fate points, man. We've got fate points.
No, we would never do that
Not
in a
for
million years.
Meta-wise, fine.
Yeah.
Character-wise, there's
Never.
no way.
If Birdie was
If
a
it was
wizard,
just Leopold, I'd like to think you would.
No,
No.
he never would. Have you not met this guy? He never would do that.
So instead, he will cast Fireball
Sounds good.
because he can aim that a bit more. He can minimize its damage.
Yep, absolutely. Go for your fireball.
Brilliant. That is 4 successes added on to my 42 that exist
Yep,
already.
absolutely.
So
But-
46.
But it's still only for that's for the casting number, but for the
Okay.
actual spell for dispelling it, which they're not. So successfully cast.
So that's
Wild magic is good in your favor right here.
Plus SL will get him 2 fireballs
Yep.
then. So he's going to dump one right on Tugan, and the other one right on Tugan.
Yeah, that's very wise.
So damage wise, it's just the success levels of the cast. So it's for that's 12 points of damage each
one?
fireball, and then the surrounding area.
Does all those extra channel
No,
things
they
not
don't.
help damage now?
They help me.
It just
cast
gets you to the
It's
casting
success
number.
level of the cast.
Nice.
On a
that's-
plus 6 for the target point, so that's actually.
Ouch.
18.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
another. Oh crap.
2
Oh
18s.
wow.
that's quite a lot.
Fire tears across the warehouse, lighting everything as it goes. As the first strikes into his. Where did you hit, by the way?
Doesn't
really matter. It's
everywhere.
It's going to be down by his legs.
One of his legs.
Let's
yeah.
take out each of his legs because
Yeah.
that's great. One of them is
Kneecap him.
incinerated, literally incinerated. As just above the knee, it's scalded in place, causing him to topple this way. As the second one hits into his middle at the bottom between his legs. It fries, sadly, exactly what you would have been caught on, fried. Burnt out both left and right in this particular case, and what lay between. Taking out most of the leg, but not all of it, leaving one leg just standing, rocking slightly at the side as he collapses to the ground, completely scalded into place, a look of abject horror upon his face. He's never going to be walking again.
Is he
He's still
Is
alive.
his concentration broken?
I'm guessing yes. We hit the end of the round.
Oh, if it makes a difference, I forgot. So for my lit braziers and staff, it's plus 3 success levels,
Oh,
isn't
well
it?
done.
So
Yes.
it's an extra 6 wounds.
Ow.
Is that for each fireball?
Yeah,
3
three
for each
for each.
fireball, so
Ah,
6 in
nice.
total.
Right, so, poor Tugan. crunch. I don't think he's going to have to crit just to stay.
Oh, plus
not.
every single flame would get me +1 SL.
Yeah, all
Wasn't
fire
Gerhart's
that's in
thing
here.
on fire? And there's a lot of candles.
That
Must be.
one doesn't count. The flames
he
don't
went
count
out.
either.
He
Yeah, good point.
faked
the
away.
non-magical flames.
Yeah, those ones don't count.
Okay.
Right. It's the end of the round. Tugan, a half-scorched mess, collapses on the ground, probably unconscious, difficult to tell because his face is covered. The demon, with its enormous leg with screaming face in it and its top half, it's almost drifting like it's nothing, sits there. At the end of the round, the spirits that are whizzing around in circles above the circle come down, and they will attack randomly. Or not so randomly, they all attack Yumi. Wow! 1 goes down, 2 goes down, 3 goes down. They count as a surprise attack, which means you don't get a counter on it, but they're not that great. First one causes a mighty 3 wounds, but no reductions on it.
Well, I'm at 0.
So you get a +3 critical from the first one. The next one causes 3 wounds. It's consistent. Last one causes no wounds because it's stupid. So that's 2 pluses, which means first one's gonna tear down and scrape across the back of your neck. Yes.
When you say +3 critical, is that any of them include an 8? And would my divine servant help?
That's for the roll that came in, and your divine servant will allow you to.
If a crit hit includes an 8, it's treated as.
So the first one did. So that means you're only going to take one of them.
Nice.
Okay, because sweet. As just one of them then. So we'll ignore that scrape and we'll just take the one that goes across the back of your leg down onto your buttock. It slices right through, a nice 1-inch slice into your buttock, causing a bleeding wound. You're going to be losing a wound each round, but you have no wounds left, so it's a 10% chance of dying each round until that is attended to. Someone needs to get to your butt. Okay.
I'll fight you for it.
So thirsty.
Oh, it's better than the taint. So, start of the round.
The demon?
Tugan is out. The
He's
demon.
gone.
Is unhappy.
The demon.
Slightly aggrieved.
Appears here and starts gibbering words of magic. Gibbering as his body starts turning into lots of mouths from its remaining leg, and part of its body bursts into mouths as more and more words of magic are being said. It looks desperate. That, however, is the end of the demon's turn.
Can it do that? Because that means going towards you. It's
Oh, it's a good point.
Sigma.
Yes, it can.
Yeah. Oh, I passed once, so
Totally.
it's only fear 1, so it's not.
Yeah, he's not terrified.
It's more
What's
designed
your
for
plan,
freaking out
Alvin?
goblins.
Do you know, she was going to do something clever, but she's just going to shoot the demon with a magic arrow.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Go for
do
it.
Impale crit.
No. Oops. It is 4, because you can take the highest. She succeeded, 1 success level.
Nice.
And that is
Damage, please.
4, 5, 14.
Oh,
With a magic arrow.
Wrong
nice.
finger. I'm not going to do the Sigmar thing. Make it a 9. Verzinch. Very unimpressed. Ow. Where are you? You probably move up right behind the box so you can duck down.
Yeah.
Would that be correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So arrow shot goes right, swinging over, hits it, goes through, hits the other side, pins parts of the demon to the pile of crates over on the other side. It howls as that interrupts its casting.
Nice one.
That interrupts its casting.
Well done.
Very unimpressed as we hit Birdie.
Okay. I'm behind a wall there, aren't I?
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to have to. I'm gonna.
Charge out if you wish.
Yeah, I'm not gonna charge into the middle.
Yeah.
Although Everybody's in there now, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter,
Yeah.
does it? Can I charge? I don't know if I'm...
You won't be able to charge because you won't be going in a
Yeah.
straight line, but you
3,
can
4,
certainly
5,
probably get.
6, 7. You can reach that one if you want to just take out one of these horrendous cultists.
They're not doing anything,
Yeah.
though.
1, 2, 3, 4. They've literally done nothing except
Yeah.
for look on in
Yeah.
horror. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, you could get right inside the circle if you want and attack the demon.
Yeah.
Love it.
You sound so positive about it. Yeah.
No, I'm okay
Whatever.
with it. They're not, which worries me now.
Leopold's in the way as you go, so no need to worry about the fear.
The circle.
You are filled with Sigmar's fury.
Yeah, but I'm not very good at hitting things, apparently, with a 96.
Yeah, you're right, you're not. It
Nope.
Hey.
will blob its way out towards the side
And I don't
there.
want to take a crucial
Yeah,
points.
You're out.
Yeah. Yep.
We should just pass you. Sorry.
Just having a snooze.
Hit my mic
Once
again.
more, his hand
You might wake
atop
up
his
alone at this rate.
glowing holy book. He's going to summon down the Argent Decree to go on
Let's-
Sigmar and
Argent
Ulrich
Decree.
to
Let's
punish this
hope
abomination.
Birdie's not an enemy of
He's going to use his last fortune point of the night.
Come on.
Yeah.
Leopold.
So, ironically, because he's got advantage, that actually would have passed if it wasn't an automatic fail, sadly. That'll do. It's a low pass, but it's a pass. So this
What'd
does
you
2d10 damage, ignoring toughness bonus and armor.
Mate, come on, mate. See it.
Fuck off. 5 wounds.
But it is holy damage,
Really
so...
bad. Yeah, I mean, it's going
5
straight through to it, and he is already damaged. So
Yes,
yeah.
he is. You may.
Yeah, nothing.
I mean, it just came closer to me. It would be rude not to.
You're going
Charge
to
it.
twist round. It won't be a charge,
Yeah,
it'll just be a
just
moving
a-
attack. She's already got advantage though, so she'll still get the plus 20. Go for it.
Go for
It's
it.
definitely going to try and dodge away from what you're doing, because holy fuck sticks, no.
scared.
I do not like that horrible wooden katana blade thing horror that you have.
Can I just brace my sword so when he backs away from me, he pays himself?
And that's 5 successes.
Yep, I'm out.
Oh!
Love it.
Not enough.
Love it.
Dodges
love
away.
Oh no!
Successfully out of the way as we hit.
Now we're just gonna start walking forward and channel once more. So he's gonna go 4 forward.
Go
Right
forward.
behind the crate, I think.
1, 2, 3 to there. Or do you want to go around the table?
Yeah,
Like
that
so?
way.
Surely he's going to climb over the table like a badass.
Yeah. Well,
Step up onto the stool,
How
up onto the
high
table,
is the
down
table?
on the stool.
Because I've got wee legs.
You do have a stool you can step up onto. You can stand on the table and just look like the badass that you are on top of it.
2 successes on his channel.
They are not stopping anything. So you're just channeling?
Yeah.
Okay, well, wait a minute. No, nothing happens extra. So that's what we have, but you'll get an extra 1, 2, 3 for your fires.
Are you still rocking 45 or whatever? It
No,
was?
that's
No,
good.
that was all
Okay,
spent.
we
that's
used
all
up.
Yeah.
Is that everyone?
That's it.
There are cultists at the end. Ah! No, he's too scared. He's not even moving. That was not moving. That was not moving. He's a mess on the ground. That one will move off. In fact, that one will move off like this. So he's out of there.
Roll.
The end of that round.
Oh no! Oh no! That's a lot.
This could be
that's a
good.
big bit of paper.
Doesn't look good.
Doesn't look good.
I mean, it's quite peaceful.
I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason Leopold stopped at the outside of the circle, right?
Oh no!
The circle falls away into a vast, deep, unending void. Anybody who happens to be on that can do themselves a perception test to see if they're even able to respond to it in time. Oh, my demon.
5 successes.
Oh,
Yes.
God, thanks.
Your demon.
I have a question.
What's your question? What is it,
Would
Sage?
my holy vision help?
It absolutely.
It's definitely gonna
Maybe
be
let her roll
holy.
intuition instead of perception if it's higher.
You know what? You are blessed by the gods, and this is very much a divine thing. So yes, I'm going to let you do the test. So I'm going to retract on that one for you. I think that's fair. So for those other than the demon who can make a test to avoid it, it's just a simple dodge test.
Nice.
Well, you say that.
And it is no advantage. It's just neat. Dodge.
3 successes.
You are not falling down into the deep pit
I'm
of
not warm,
awfulness.
but
3 successes.
3 successes, you are not falling down into the deep well as
Is that the
Is
demon?
that good or bad though that the demon goes into the that might be, we're like, yay! Oh no, that might be really bad.
if Birdie gazes into the abyss, does it gaze back?
Don't look, Birdie.
Don't look, don't look,
Nice.
Birdie.
Don't even ask.
we'll
Look
worry about that on your turn.
Look at the glowing priest. Look at the glowing priest.
Next round. Top of the round. The demon. It's fair to say the word frantic doesn't quite describe what its actions appear like. It's twisting, turning, its mouths are screaming. The words of magic are coming out again and again and again, repeating the same phrases. Phrases that anyone with language magic can't help but hear and can do a language magic test to see if there's anything
Maybe
that
I'll
they
actually.
catch from that.
One
That's
success.
one. Yay! 3 successes!
You hear repeatedly this same name coming out again and again. Char, 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 char.
TBH, I wish
In
I
your
had failed.
case, it's definitely an attempt to call upon the Crystal Palace or the Crystal Citadel
Nod sagely.
or something similar and cause it to manifest directly here. You definitely get the word gate, gate, gate,
Shooting him
gate.
right in the mouth.
and it is panicked as fuck. Interesting that it's so easy to read. Perhaps it's not panicked, but it really does look at frantically looking from side to side, from side to side, from side to side, from side to side, from side to side as you can act.
I shoot it.
Sounds good. Cool.
Full in
Yep.
the face.
Simple, effective.
Oh, an impale crit.
Yes!
I willed that into existence.
Yes, you did.
Works.
Manifested.
Manifested.
Roll again.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna get that velvetizer.
I need to know where it
You need to know where it
hits.
hit.
Yeah.
42. It hit in the right arm.
Oh, nice.
For 6, 10.
It's
Oh no,
arm.
10, 14.
Ow. You suck.
23
You fucking suck.
wounds.
Ah!
Amazing.
20 wounds
It's-
and a crit.
Arms
And a crit.
are
With a magical
twisting,
arrow.
spiraling, attempting to manifest something as it moves up and the arrow goes in, through, out the other end, causing a new mouth to go through as it attempts to exhale and just sucks the arrow back slightly into itself. And as it does, the arrow twists and turns and becomes a new arm that pulls out the
Magic
other
arrow.
side. It looks at it as the arms start to almost wrestle each other in front of it. As it's twisting, turning, and you hear an audible crack.
Nice.
As the arm separates, tumbles, and falls into the abyss.
Could be good.
Beside the abyss,
Could be bad.
can I please have a cool test?
Yes, we can. 0 successes.
That's not enough.
We're all so happy.
Does it help seeing the father at all?
Oh, you are right there, aren't you?
Right there.
No.
In the
Nice try.
depths of the starry field, there is something. And you can do nothing but look at that something that's coming. Hey, Father! Same test.
Oh, the cool test.
Yes.
Oh no.
Come on, father.
No. Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
5 successes.
5 successes. Good. As you look down and you can't help but go, no!
Nope.
Don't
Pull
look.
back up.
Keep burning that demon, Sigmar.
Go for it.
Try again.
Come on.
Go for it.
That's a bit more like it. So that's so it's going to be 2d10 plus 4. Come on. Bit more like it. So that's 16 damage, ignoring everything.
Ooh, nice! Silvery flame wraps around it. And just an edge of a howl. But not the howl of the demon, which admittedly is wanting to howl, but can't. Howl of a wolf. And a crack, crack, crack as the lower extremities of it freeze. Crack, crack, crack as some of the upper and middle extremities also freeze. If anything, the top part becomes more panicked. Screw the lost arm, screw the frozen pieces. It starts chanting harder and faster, harder and faster, harder, and you may.
First of all, I forgot my butt, so I'm going to roll my
Oh, good
bleeding
point.
test. That's just a D10.
Yeah, just no, it's a D100. 10%.
D100?
Yeah, it's an endurance test. If you crit it, you'll no longer be bleeding.
3 successes.
Yeah, that's
fine.
good enough. And 90 plus you'd have died.
Cool.
Well, that's fun.
Can she read?
She will take out her holy book.
Well, it's rare to see this thing
Wow.
come out.
Ah.
It's a small pocket book of the
Guys,
riddles
this is all the gods and the people of the Empire coming together to fight the Dark Gods. This is literally everything Leopold has ever wanted.
Just point of order. Point of order, not a person of the Empire.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about these people of the Empire.
She will try
Not a
and
person.
bamboozle the
You can try and bamboozle it. So, do your prayer test. Prayer test.
Do I still have advantage?
Yes, you will.
Cool. That is 6 successes.
6 successes. Bamboozle does.
Essentially, I get to choose what action it does.
So there's a bunch of
that
actions that you can
against
choose.
the willpower.
Stop.
Crave, I get it's contested against their willpower.
Oh, okay. It's got
Oh,
good
no.
willpower.
If I
You
have
got
6
6 successes, didn't you?
successes-
Okay, I only got 1, so you succeed. The demon is successfully bamboozled as it starts speaking nonsense.
Yeah, you choose the affected target's actions, which are enacted as normal.
Lie down.
Yeah.
So you could choose attack, or run, or...
Punch yourself in the face.
no, you don't choose how it enacts them, you choose
Okay.
the action.
Gotcha.
So you could choose run, or you could choose...
Die.
That's sadly not one of the actions.
Banish yourself.
I will choose.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody's attacking it in melee, so you could make it go in the defensive.
All out defense.
Or you could just make it run and it would stop doing whatever it's doing.
Or it might do this somewhere else, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will make him start singing.
You can't choose what it does.
oh, yeah,
It
true.
chooses what it does. You choose the action, and then it will do what it chooses to do.
But if one of the actions is to make a test using one of its skills, right? So does it
Use
have-
a skill as
does-
an action. You
does-
could do use a skill, sing.
Yeah.
But no, knowing what we know about this demon
yeah.
and its magical song, that
yeah,
might be a
true.
really
Yeah.
bad thing. Maybe
Dance.
Dance
use a skill.
Yes.
Yeah.
as it starts capering in the middle.
Dance,
With
Stephen,
its
dance.
frozen legs, that's even better.
Crack! Bits of it falling into the darkness. More bits falling into the darkness. Frozen sections of... What are you doing?
Fireball.
Poor demon. Twisting away.
Poor demon,
Dancing
my
away in
ass.
front of
Nice.
everything.
If you had made
So-
it sing, it would have been a song of ice and fire.
That'll be,
Oh,
Very good.
Sorry.
Might
yeah,
also have
that'll be 10
spelled.
successes.
right?
With a crit.
Oh, yeah, baby.
It will
I gotta
attempt.
see where he...
It will attempt. It fails.
Nice.
I gotta roll for location.
Yeah, you do.
and
That's
add
busy
successes.
dancing.
It doesn't actually matter too much for its locations because locations are amorphous.
Yeah,
They're all
your body
effectively
anyway.
one.
So that's... Hold on, I need to look at the spell again. So I had 10 plus 3 from the thingy and the crit anyway. It's a lot of damage.
Don't need it though.
14... 18 damage for the first fireball.
And the
18
next
for
one?
The second one.
How much?
18, so 36.
Wow!
Does that do critical injury as well?
Yeah, for the crit that it did. It goes flying over and bursts into the centre of it as it gains 18 wounds for that one. And bursts into the
Yeah.
centre again as it sucks in the fire and gains a further 18 wounds.
I thought that might happen.
But you could have said something.
Yeah, but I couldn't, could I? Like, that wouldn't be right.
End of the round.
One crit.
What? End of the round. It still took the crit.
Fuck, it's getting worse.
It's getting bigger. Oh! Aye, aye.
Okay. That's clearly not good. It bulges up
You think?
out from the centre of the portal. A great multicoloured eye, glistening, little tears of people rolling down the sides. Anyone that sees that terror test, please. That's everybody who's conscious, not you.
Even though we can see the father?
Pardon, even though you can see the father. Yes, it's a terror test.
Class?
Is that cool?
That's how many successes?
1.
Good.
Is it
That's
cool?
cool to get
5 successes.
5.
Successes.
Oh, nice. 5.
Well,
For those of you who have scored over 5,
No.
5 and over.
Over 5, you're fine. Those of you who have scored less than 6, it's broken condition each. And stress.
But
Can't get broken.
for them, they immediately lose that
They're
broken
going to lose it, yeah, totally. So you
No,
do.
I don't.
And a stress. You got, how many did you get? 1. You take 2 stress.
Do I have
how many
to take
successes
a
did you get? 4. Yeah,
Do
you got
I
1
have
stress.
to take a stress? Because right now I'm doing exactly what my plan is to do, which is to try to stop this. My special
you got
rule
calculating.
is that I don't
You
take
do have
stress when
you
I'm.
don't take stress when this is
This
indeed
is exactly
your raison
my
d'etre.
raison d'etre.
You do not take that
Thank
stress.
Excellent.
And-
Oh, nice. Good
Yeah.
talent use. I approve. Calculating. It's a new talent. Go check our talent list if you want to see it. They are all sitting up on our blog. In fact, I need to update the talent list because we got some new ones in there from your career.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go pop that up. So that's step 1. Anyone who hasn't got enough successes to ignore it, so that's everyone who rolled fewer than 6, you can't approach it.
Okay.
I don't think you wanted to anyway.
No.
Everyone within 99 yards,
That's a lot.
Everyone.
that includes yourself.
Oh, good.
Do yourself, you're going to love this one, an endurance test for corruption. Yeah, I knew you'd love this one.
3 successes.
Nice.
0 successes.
4
Nice.
successes.
4,
3.
3.
2 successes.
Can you spend?
You can spend fortune.
while you're
Yes,
out.
you
Okay.
totally can.
I will do that then.
Yep, good stuff.
Oh.
Oh, it's after
Yeah,
you.
I mean, he said you definitely survive.
Okay, so you take a corruption point. How much did you fail by? How many spheres? How many?
3.
So, wow, okay. You take 2 corruption points. And
Right.
can I also
Yeah.
have a cool test?
Okay. If I've gone still more over my
Yeah, that's what you're doing
corruption,
it
oh, okay. Oh, I'm so bad at that. 3.
Oh! You have yet to mutate.
I'm just dodging those bullets.
You really are.
man
You're
down.
at 44 corruption points.
if we make it out of this alive, you've
He's
got some serious
farting
penance
Dar
to do.
wherever he goes. He's in such a spiritual mess, but not a mutant. Nicely done. And from all sides, a voice that's both horrific and mellifluous, that is high-pitched and low, that reverberates through your soul, but can be heard quite cleanly in your ear as if it's your mother whispering, speaks. You were useful, but your soul is mine. I need you elsewhere. And he
Is it
vanishes.
The demon or
That's-
Chugan?
Chugan.
Hugan.
The demon that's dancing above. It's fair to say, has not done so well either. It looks panicked as it's dancing from side to side, trying to avoid the eye that's glaring directly at it. Sharutar! It calls. The demon immediately freezes, overriding whatever is happening to you. Gitaru! Return. And it winks out as you hear the echoes of Sharutar. Return. So many different voices running at once. Dead. As it sucks field and they dance for a brief moment before bursting into multicolored feathers. Each one of the cultists.
Wow.
Multicolored feathers are now strewn across this place. You have successfully murdered the councillor that rules the city.
No, we haven't. There's
Good
no body.
job.
No.
I'm not saying that, there's many bodies, but we've done that.
That's 2 murders.
We have taken out the remainder of them as well. All of the city council appear to be gone. Great.
I would take issue with the word murder, but we'll quibble that later.
Potato,
What he's
potato.
saying is that we're the rulers of Bögenhafen.
Or what's left of it?
That's a big change.
What are you doing?
Well, immediately Leopold is going to race over to Yume and attempt to call on Sigmar to heal her.
Are you laying on hands?
Yeah.
Lay your hands on her. Lay your hands on her.
Sorry about this,
Lay
Yume.
your hands on her.
Get the butt!
Yeah.
Such a tingly feeling across your buttocks. Oh, Sigmar. As the bleeding is resolved, wounds.
So that plus 4. So 5 wounds.
5 wounds.
I'm rolling really badly when I roll d10s, apparently.
There's feathers everywhere. What are you doing?
We need to burn these fucking feathers.
How?
Elric will run to Gerhard.
You're over there. Hop over to Gerhard.
Father, you go out and see if they're there and talk Sigmar at them.
Yeah, alright.
Acute sense hearing. The murderers are inside!
Can
You
we?
hear. One of them's a wizard! Call the Magisters!
Let's go.
Yeah, they call them
Go
wizards.
I don't know.
What are those other
Are
doors
they
there?
windows?
These are windows and they're blocked off. You do know there's, however, another door sitting above on the upper layer that goes out.
How many people did it sound like were out there?
1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6, but you weren't listening, you just heard the words. You can go back and listen. As you hear a cronk, cronk, cronk. It looks like they're barricading the door on their side.
Oh god.
Let's go out the top and we'll just run for it.
Can we?
Yeah.
Did we not say that there was a jetty at the back with a?
There's a
crane?
jetty all the way over there.
Oh
Yes.
right.
Yeah, so we're going to need to go out
yeah.
that way.
What about
what
the
you
crane
doing
window?
with-
Where's that?
It's here.
He's going to attempt
So
a
we're
heal
gonna
check
need
just
to
to see
go.
if he can get him.
Yep,
'cause
go
you're
for
pretty
it.
much
Heal
dead,
test.
Right?
Oh, yes, sorry, yeah, I was miles away then.
Yeah, that's a crit.
Nice.
Holy shit, roll again.
1 success on the second one.
Okay, so that's 1 plus, what was your first one?
33,
So that's 3, that's 4 plus your intelligence bonus.
which is 4.
Okay, so that's you're at 7 wounds, but
Oh.
most importantly, you critted on that one, and you tear apart all of his shirts because you think they're probably corrupted, and you rip it all off, and with the material pulled apart, all the pinkishness on his hand begins to bleed away. Good placement of the crit.
Do I lose a corruption point for that?
You do not. you
But
do
you
lose
don't
the
get
pink
any
arm,
more.
though, which is probably a good thing.
Right, Alamanwith,
Just before we do that, your eyes flicker open, Gerhard. You can
Hello,
see a feather floating just above you.
That's nice.
A rainbow feather, much like the one that's sitting behind.
Why is it always behind me?
do I reckon there's any chance? I've got the break and enter talent,
Yes.
right? So I can sum it up that we could break out of here by like these windows here. Or is
Yeah,
it
you
just gonna
could
be
you
the-
could go through the sides, and they are marshalling at the front.
Yeah, so Alamanwith is
Can I
going.
have a perception test for you? And just what's
Alamanwith is
doing?
going up to that window.
Sitting there around listening. So
It's-
Alamanwith's going
it's
up
going
to
up.
where?
Fortune
climb
probably
test,
worth
please.
spending it right.
I can assist you
Yeah.
if you.
Yes.
Or you're just
I
going over
didn't
to the
need
window,
to
not going up to
assist.
the upper one. So you're just going to that window.
Oh, I
there,
thought
right
that
up
upper
above.
window was. I was
Yeah,
looking
look,
at
there's
that.
you can see the windows on the picture there.
Yeah, so I was going to go for an upper.
So you can go up.
Yeah.
Do we maybe want the upper one at the side protuberance bit?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
dance
run
to
over
that side.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd your test go?
1 success level.
1 success level. That creaky noise might be a cannon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone,
I can
Yeah.
I can get us out of this.
Come on.
No,
No.
I can.
Get
Against
up.
the cannon.
Let them think we're dead. Come on.
Come on.
I can.
Just take
Elric
him.
is
Bring
just
him.
going to manhandle Gerhard.
No, I can also clear our names. Genuinely, it'll be fine.
No.
No.
Leopold is going to take Yume with him as
I
well.
literally can't do it.
Where are you going?
To Alan anyway.
All the way down this way?
Yeah.
You going this way too?
Oh yeah.
You wizard handling him?
Yeah.
Wizard handling over in this direction? How are you going to get him up onto the top? He seems to be quite convinced that he can talk his way out of this.
Between the
Dirty
three
will
of us.
Someone
I'm
else.
telling you, I can do this.
No, because you cannot do it as Liberan. Get up here and get out the window.
I'm not going to do it as Libra.
Exactly. That's the problem. Get
I mean,
out the
like,
window.
literally, the three of us are picking him up.
Yeah.
He's not that strong. I don't think he can do
Don't
this.
make- don't
fine.
Don't make me not
He's
do
like,
it.
lift it up. There's fine, whatever. He's dragged. Who's taking him from the top end, baby?
Eric's all about the rear, so
So he's pushing him up. Who's pulling him up
No,
from the
it's
top?
not.
Leopold can climb up, I suppose.
Alemenwith is trying to
Yeah.
jimmy the window open and try and.
I can
At
help
that
with that.
point, you can do a perception test, but reverse successes, you can do a perception test. I agree.
Is it detect cannon?
It is not.
One success. One
2
success.
failures.
You see nothing.
One success.
You sense it.
Face full of Gerhard's
A
arse.
build-up of Heish.
Hi, she's coming. Get out the window.
That will mean nothing to them. In fact, you don't know
I
it
don't
either.
know.
No. I was going to say, we think that's a person
Yeah.
and a
Oh.
bad person
Who's
for the way she
that?
said
Yeah,
it.
she doesn't know the word Heish
Oh,
properly.
okay.
So what does she say?
Yeah, it'll just be a
Something.
sense of...
Magic.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Quick, out the window. I just think we need to get out
Yeah.
as soon as possible.
We're up at the top.
You were
Just go.
Go,
How are you going to get out of this very tight window?
Well, I don't know who's going to break it open.
Yeah, I was going to break it open.
Oh,
when
break
they
it out.
come
You've got
up.
the talent, don't you? Okay,
Yeah.
can I have a weapon skill test, please?
Can anybody assist you?
Yes, absolutely. Anyone, you can get at least 2 others in. If 2 others with a strength
Is it
test, will
strength?
join in.
I'll do a strength test.
Yeah.
Was it strength? Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
weapon skill.
strength.
6 successes.
I'm gonna
One
fortune
success
point
and a
that.
crit.
6, 7.
Okay.
Ooh, that means you possibly roll again, please.
3 successes.
Damn it, that's +1.
0 successes.
Okay, so that's going to... Yeah, this thing's going down. Okay, bam, 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 crash! Okay, channeling test. That's another 12.
Now I'm in a way. Well, like,
you
obviously.
will now, that's a lot. You can do another perception test to see if you spot it.
2
we have...
successes.
Is there anything
Yeah,
down
you
there?
can sense the build-up of Heish.
Anything down there?
Looks like a
For
barrel.
the
I
benefit
have
of
a
everyone
rope.
else, Andy, Heish associated with.
Disintegration.
Oh, cool.
Absolute annihilation of everything around it. Its spells, when they go off, assuming they can get them off, are enormously powerful. But they just take time. And you can just now catch the beginning of a choral
I
sound.
was about to say, yeah.
We need
Because
to get
they're
clear
moving up
of
towards
here
the
a
casting
good
of it, which
long
means the
way.
chorus has moved in, which means somebody was ready for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Go,
can
is there,
probably dispel it, but let's just go.
so Alemenwith is obviously looking out to see if it's clear below, and then just
And
dropping
down below, it's currently clear.
Yeah, so she's dropping.
So you're dropping down. Athletics test, reverse successes. It's not particularly difficult, but you could flub it.
I will.
Down you
fly.
go.
Straight after.
So Leopold's going down straight after. Do
And
the
then
same,
I'll go.
and then you go down as well, Birdie. Anyone else going to drop down?
It's
Our
still
last.
Okay, Elric,
Four
last. Gerhard going down.
successes.
Are we?
You can reverse fails.
Failures.
Okay.
1 success.
4 successes.
Yeah, don't matter.
Can he get
You
assisted
land-
by us catching
Yeah,
him?
Yeah.
you land
Don't
heavily, lose a wound
And
as you
then
drop down, but
we're
everyone
running.
captures you.
And we are
Running.
You're running.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
That
just
isn't here.
away from this
Away from
That
warehouse.
direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What time are we at? Just before I decide.
10:30.
Excellent. Oh, good timing.
Mm-hmm.
You're off, you're out, you're running. Okay, spell goes off. Everything material within 40 yards is destroyed. So that, sorry, 40 yard, yeah. Everything within that section is destroyed. And then everything within 150 yards beyond that, leading up to where they're hanging off, including parts of that, will take damage. The entire building collapses in itself.
Wow.
It's sad that we were in there and died when that happened.
Terrible.
Oh.
Hopefully, though,
We're running
out,
as-
out of game knowledge, but hopefully that
Well,
might help
We
avoid
might
any
not
taint.
be out of.
There was a humming from your perspective, and then a great choral unleashing as a deep-throated voice screams out, causing everything to shake, and it's literally annihilated because of the frequencies.
Wow.
Acute sense, you're deaf for the next
No.
9 days.
Ooh.
Wow.
You can't see.
A question.
You can't do anything, but you can ask questions to me.
Yeah.
But you can't run. You can't. You're gonna have to be guided
rubbish.
everywhere.
That's rubbish.
Thinking light wizards.
Yeah. You know how when he sees when he could see, Birdie's suffused with Heish?
Yes.
And it looked like holiness.
Yes.
Does this
Yes.
sound holy?
Yes.
Cool.
You've made a connection.
Interesting.
Love it.
The
The
last thing
father
you think.
bleeds from his ears.
Did you just stack it?
He probably screams without even realizing he's doing it. He's completely deaf.
All right. Okay.
As he collapses down. Uh-oh.
I'll jump. Gerhardt will jump to him. Okay. All right.
You can still feel. And
Grab him,
right,
keep on running.
Grab his elbow.
Do you reckon? Do we do any like?
extraordinary ringing. The pain is just immense.
Battle language will have like taps and stuff because you
Yes,
can tap
yes,
in
yes,
your
yes,
fellow
absolutely.
person, so Elric will kind of try and
Get your feet,
Yeah.
move.
Let's
We need to
follow.
get
Yeah.
moving. I mean, you're aware
Yeah,
of what you need
and,
to do.
and he'll just give the symbol just of like blind, like
Death.
try and
The
make it
death
work.
probably
Yeah.
because he works off his hearing quite a lot.
Yeah,
as well.
but
No, I know you're.
But in this situation, he'd probably say blind because
Yeah,
he has
yeah.
no
Yeah, 'cause
awareness.
he
Yeah,
can't
I quite
feel
like it.
anything.
No,
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
totes.
Gerhardt puts an arm over his shoulder as much as you can. But it's half and half.
Mhm.
You're helping me. I'm helping you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Teamwork.
Yeah, exactly. That's not weird.
This is arguably one of the most important Dice of Doom rules that you're going to make this evening. Because if you're stopped
one
now,
fortune point left.
you are clearly not going to be in a good place. I need to know if you've got 8s or 9s.
Oh, fuck off.
And also 1s.
10.
4,
Good.
6.
6.
6.
Right, you said also ones. Why did you say that?
Yeah, you'll find out.
All right, 1.
How'd you do, Andy?
10.
10. Perfect. 1. I'm going to roll.
Oh no.
Where is our target point? Where are we staggering off to? We're currently making our way through the streets of Bögenhafen in the early hours of the morning, and it's only at this point that you realise as you look up that Morrslieb's only this big in the sky, a tiny little dot sitting above the city. Almost nothing.
We're going to the boat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to where we said.
That is miles away
I know, but
and
that's
city
the
walls
general
away.
direction.
Yeah.
Is it, what time is it? We're
can
still
we-
quite late, right?
Yeah, it's dark.
Can we hotwire a boat?
Yeah, that's obviously how boats work.
Says the bargee.
I think this is where Alamenoith and Yume quickly put, right, where will we hide? We need to hide till the gates are open.
Yeah.
Or can we get out through the river?
That was my thinking.
So
We
the
steal a
river
boat.
passes through the city and it has chains over it,
Yeah.
but only chains. That would stop, for example, your hot-wired barges.
But we could
Would it stop a rowing boat though?
It probably wouldn't. I mean, you'd probably be able to negotiate it. Other exits that you're aware of, the gates,
The
somewhat
sewers.
obviously. The sewers, definitely go right out because that's how the goblin got in.
let's go for the sewers.
That-
Okay.
The only easy way to get that would be to go down to one of its main outlets, which would be go down to where the river is and then go into the sewer from there and then negotiate your way through.
I don't think this was a good idea. If he can't see, and I'm
They're not going to come in the sewers for us. They will look everywhere.
well, here's the thing, and you've seen me do this. I can be extraordinarily convincing if there is
No.
no evidence around. I'm talking.
You wouldn't know that.
Ronaldo.
Yeah,
well,
you
You
literally
don't
wouldn't know that.
No.
That's a rule, a mechanic, but
Yeah.
he won't be aware
Well,
of
I'm
it.
trying to communicate.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I've got,
quite.
You know,
No,
what I mean?
but,
but
he
he-
doesn't know.
Because what
Yeah.
would probably happen is they'd be all executed and you'd live.
Right. Okay. Fair
No.
enough.
That's what he'd probably
Right now,
think. I
right
might
now.
get off with it because I'm me.
Right now,
But everyone
they
else.
think we're dead,
Andy,
and
Yes.
they think you were a Liberon.
might there be Ranelden who is up to no good out at this time of night?
Are you pinging your special little rule that we had from the other day? Right, so for those of you who didn't watch about 2 episodes ago, I gave everybody a special little thing that they could pull out, and if they used it during that session, they got plus 25 XP. Some people saved it, and your one does.
It essentially is a fellow crooked finger.
Now, the Crooked Fingers are, let's say, they're not exactly the hitmen of the cult of Ronald, but they are most certainly the folks that get things done. They are greatly feared. Yeah, sure. If you want to have yourself a Crooked Finger out in the streets,
Yes.
pass by. Over there. You're making your way through, and you've hidden yourself down, and you're half bickering. I think we can get out. I don't think we can get out. Sewers! It's the only route. And you see creeping along, looking up, looking around. Someone you recognise. Yak.
Oh.
He's looking about, sees you. You see him. He sees you. You see him. You know each other. You've already met. You met in Altdorf. You didn't expect to see him here.
Yeah. Didn't he say he was going to None?
Yeah. You ain't seen me, right? Oh, those Ranaldins.
Yeah, like-
So pesky.
Acquaintance.
He looks at you in your huddled group and he flashes a couple of symbols. Are you all right? Do you require help?
Most
No.
certainly.
No and yes.
Yeah, she will sign, you know, we need to get out now, sort of like we're being chased.
A half smile crosses his rather plain face as he says, no surprise. And then peels out from the shadows and passes over to where you are. He's only about 5'6", particularly unassuming chap. Brown hair, a plain face, greyish eyes that may be brown. It's difficult to tell in the light. As he comes over and goes, what's up?
He says that out loud.
Yep.
It's a long story, but
Who the fuck is this? You can't hear it, obviously.
we've been mistakenly.
I don't care about your story. What do you need?
We need to get out of.
And you hear in the distance, get the murderers!
Yeah, that.
Murderers of the town council! And then you hear this. Young Freuds! Kill the young Freuds!
Balls. Hang on, that's not necessarily me.
It's not. No, it's not.
Oh.
Yeah.
You look a bit of a mess. Bloodied.
Harry's got one wound.
Yeah. Bruised. He says, stay here. We'll be back in a moment. And he scarpers off.
Who the hell is that?
He's a friend, and he'll get us out of here.
Wow.
Are we going to get Lucas? Is Lucas going to be okay? We're going to be able to
Lucas
get
is
him?
on the bar.
No, he's not on the barge. I sent him to
Go to the
docks. I didn't say go.
There
to
is
the
no
barge.
docks per
like
se, it's just the
area
river where all the
they're
barges
kept.
are.
Which is
Yeah.
way outside of the town.
Yeah.
9
8 miles
miles.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 miles.
We just need
But
to
he's
get
not
to
on
the
the
bar.
barge.
He returns and says, all right. We're going to have to take you through the sewers.
Whatever it is.
Alaminawaith has a scarf up, but her eyes look somewhat satisfied.
But he says we can't do it yet. So we're going to take you to an ass. You're going to have to stay there for about 2, maybe 3 hours. And hopefully the sewers are all cleared. There's a mess down there. So, can you be quiet? He says, trust me. If I know Ronald, he can keep a few folks like you quiet as he unleashes a miracle. And succeeds, giving everybody his stealth. You all have stealth 165.
Whoa!
You can do your stealth check, please.
I
165 adds +6 to the number of successes you have. 96 to 00 will be a fail.
Alaminawaith critted
You roll
55.
again. Nice.
9 successes.
Oh, nicely done.
So 4 successes. What?
+6, that's
Plus
10.
6, 10.
6 successes.
That all. You 0 successes, well done.
Yeah.
7.
7,
Carrying
nice.
around a blind man.
So,
Still-
blind and deaf,
Blind and
still stealthy.
Because
16.
I'm helping. That's why. Looking after you.
I should roll for him. He passed also. And then I'm going to roll once for all of the guards. That evening is spent mostly, the morning really, in the safe house. A small 1-story shack near the middle of Bögenhafen. Before it becomes light, you're snuck out towards a sewer, yes.
Before he goes, I'm not going to ask him myself, but I'm going to say to you, mate, do you think he could get a message to the Jungfreuds in the hotel? I think that's who they're going for.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're looking for Gerhard Jungfreud, this fella.
Sweet. Nice.
Says, they've already posted up. They know all your names. You're
Well,
wanted.
whilst we're waiting for stuff, though.
Agents, says, Obubersreich.
That's what they're calling us.
Yep.
It's not bad, actually.
I'm from
It's
Middenheim.
It means once upon a team will go with the Emperor.
Well,
they've attempted to take out everyone in the town council so that they can take control of here, which means that it's now back in the hands of the supporter teams. The town council no longer exists. At least that's what everyone's saying. That's what we're hearing. It might be different by tomorrow. It might be completely different the day after that. But what I can say is right now, you're being set up. Or you did it. Doesn't really matter which. It's happened.
Unusually for us, we didn't.
Just killed
Well,
one
you're
of the
being set up.
councillors.
So you didn't
Yeah.
kill them all.
No,
No.
we didn't.
No.
No, we didn't actually kill
No.
No,
anyone.
we killed no one.
They died, but that's different.
They were
Vicinity.
Shugan is
They
still
were-
alive.
they were dark cultists. Ruinous powers of the ruinous
Well, I
powers.
don't think they knew that.
It doesn't matter. And when they were struck down by their own hubris.
He says, well,
And a demon.
it's about time for you to get struck down into the sewers. He says, you all right? Oh, fuck, he can't hear what we're saying.
Don't worry, we'll
Alric
get
will
him
tap
through.
any kind of translations that's needed. I can communicate with him
Oh.
if you need something from him.
He says, yeah, he's going to need to crawl a lot.
Yeah, Andy, Birdie's just going to take him aside and say, have you checked down there?
Yeah, we're ready.
Fine.
We're going to take you to the, there's an outlet.
Okay.
We can get through there. We'll take you out. That'll take you out to the outskirts, and you're going to have to go. Oh, have you got somewhere to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Do
Before we leave, Yume will ask. I don't know how the crooked fingers work in terms of like targeting people,
Oh yeah, they do.
but they do.
Yeah, they will 100% do.
So she-
And they generally ruin people. They don't kill them. They ruin them.
So she will say first this name that they found in this letter, Telka Hertzen,
Telka Hertzen.
and also they heard Magister Impedimenti, right?
That's a
Was that term?
title, not a name.
Yeah, but like there's someone going. They're related.
Wasn't that
Is that
that was
We
wasn't
think
that,
that might have been Liberum.
yeah.
might that?
Yeah.
Anyway, definitely this person. To
Yeah, we know of her already.
oh okay.
Yeah, no. No, she's killed 6 of us.
Whoa.
Wow.
Where are we going next? Do we know?
We don't know.
To the barge and then
We don't know.
away.
I'd keep away from her if I were you. I
don't
mean-
know if
I wouldn't. He says, we've got someone else on her. She's somewhere. I don't know where. I'm not on that. I just know of her. I wouldn't if I were you.
I don't know if we're gonna
Well,
be able to.
we already discussed that there were people making their way through Altdorf who were certainly of the, let's say, non-friendly variety. Yeah, well, yeah. They're linked somehow. We don't know how.
When you say people, it's not just this woman. Do you know who else is part of these people?
He says, yeah, they were chasing her.
Were you
Ah.
on the boy? Was that your job?
On the boy. I don't know what you're talking about. Says, no idea. Who are these people?
Well, you might have guessed. But
Yeah, I know who this one is.
yeah.
I can guess what that one is.
Uh-huh.
And Bleeding Boy.
Uh-huh.
But who's this?
I'm a rat catcher.
Who the other one?
Well, I sometimes work as a bargee as well, to be fair.
And a bodyguard.
And a bodyguard.
They've been
Multi-talented.
helping me out.
They're your crew.
Yeah, pretty much.
The fuck are you doing, Ume?
I'm just trying to do my best. Find my
I
family.
told you to run this bloody... Look, bluntly, there's cultists on your tail.
Yeah.
You know that. I know that. So what are you doing? You're running at them. I'm not that I'm sure that these are the same fellas, but whatever. You need to go somewhere safe.
I don't know if there is a safe place.
Right, bluntly. This fella's been chased by the same one you are.
Yeah.
And we checked the bodies. They all had the same marks. That purple land.
Yeah.
Go somewhere safe, find out about them, but don't be charging into them. What's wrong with you, girl? You're too young for this.
I'm just trying to do what's right. If I find anything, I'll send it where we agreed.
Yeah, all right. Says, yeah, all right. I didn't even want to come here. I just felt like I had to. Now I see why.
There you go.
You're a pain in my behind.
Let's not
Speaking of
talk
that-
about that.
And you are led through the sewers. It's an uncomfortable hour. There's an awful lot of squelchy things that you feel.
Can Leopold take his robes off so he's just wearing his normal clothes?
Yeah.
Just so he doesn't soil his robes.
Like a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Until we eventually find ourselves on the outside of the city walls. Yak looks at you and says, don't be a fucking arse, all right?
Yeah, alright.
Go somewhere safe. You know, maybe go back where he comes from. That at least will be safe.
Have you seen the trots?
The trots aren't in Obersreich, are they?
The Trots are allied to his father. They
That's the sort of fellas you want on your side.
They are clean. Harsh and brutal, but clean.
I'm not saying you go there, but I am saying go somewhere a lot safer than this. You know?
Passing through.
Yeah. Right, I'm fucking off. He says as he pulls himself up into the grate and then perches there and looks down at you all. Don't be stupid. And disappears into the sewers. And we will conclude. As you are making your way towards where you hope Lucas is going to be waiting for you. There is a couple of issues. Number one, it appears that all of the barges that were waiting for the Schaffenfest to come to an end and to leave or whatever, they've all left. Possibly as much as a day ago. Whatever was happening in Bögenhafen was enough to make everybody just go. The entirety of the what would have been expected to be potentially scores of barges sitting hitched to, the riverbanks aren't there. There's nobody here, including Lucas.
Oh no.
My dog.
But there is a barge. Lucas is tied to it.
Oh. Mm.
About a third of the way up the mast. The barge is leaning to one side into the water. As he looks out, with a gag on, with pleading eyes.
Not again.
And we will leave it there! As the party has successfully held off what was potentially a terrible ritual. There's a part of me that wishes it had gone off. Quite a big part of me wishes it had gone off, but it did not. And before we go off, for everyone that has successfully negotiated this evening, they gain 200 XP plus 1 fate point for successfully stopping the opening of a chaos gate above the city of Bögenhafen, as that portal connected to Morrslieb above and turned into something awful. It didn't occur. They're in a good place. And with that, we will bring everything to an end as we head over towards the very first episode that involves Death on the Reich, which will be next week. Until then, we bid you all goodbye. Bye!